Today, would you sell your entire PC for one grail card? Some early 2025 extended series observations, Marner, Conn Smythe favorite, and a whole lot more. Welcome back to episode 401 of the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, presented by our good friends at Upper Deck.
It's your friendly neighborhood hockey-loving goofballs. Welcome to the Gong Show.
Happy Monday, happy family. Welcome back to the Gong Show. My name is Josh. I'm here with Philip, Baba Louie, and welcoming back Troy LeCastro to the show to hang out.
Hi guys. Thanks for having me.
Okay, you're done.
Troy's on location from Buffalo. He's remoting in.
That's right. Yes, on location, of course. Yeah, that's. I'm the chorus. Am I the Buffalo correspondent at this point?
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need one of those.
Fancy.
All right.
Boots on the ground. Boots on the ground.
You're in your brand new house. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's exciting. I gave them a mini tour before we got here live. So the content corner, we're going to call this eventually once I start filling in the blank spaces and that. But
CC. I'm in the CC.
CC,
You're
baby.
going to get a little neon sign made with content corner and go all ham on it.
He is.
He is. Yeah. It's a thought. I'm not going to lie. I'd be lying if I said I didn't at least think about it.
I know.
Can I ask you? Don't do it with a K. You're not witty. It's not uni. Don't do both Ks or any word with it. Just do it like a normal English speaking thing.
Yeah.
Phil, if there's anything I can do for you, Phil, it will be that. I will grant that. You got it, buddy. You have my word.
Last question about your background there. Those boxes, are they empty boxes or are they full of hockey cards?
No, these ones are empty. So I think I've told you guys before, but what I like to do is I like to find anything on our website that's obviously, 05 or, 07, 08 and later.
Steal it?
Earlier. And I'll do some like, and what? No.
This guy's plugging his shop. We just asked you about your decorations. This guy's plugging.
I didn't plug it, though. I didn't even say
that.
Troy works at David Adams.
He didn't say overpriced.
Troy works at the Death Star right now.
The Death Star. I love. Well, they don't sponsor us. We won't say that if they sponsor us.
So, yeah, I'll create some, fun pack breaks and stuff like that. And then, I'll...
Why aren't you making eye contact anymore?
Well, now I am because I was looking at the wall. I was
looking at the walls.
I was doing like a Vanna White. I was doing like a Vanna White. No.
Do you ever go to the retail side, like that big, massive building with all the cards in it, and grab a box that you like, and then go to your manager and like, hey, Brad, I was thinking we could do like these breaks for this and that, and he's like, nice try, Troy, put it back. Or is Brad? Does he listen? Yeah, he really?
Yeah, no. The good news is
my God,
they're pretty open. Like, if it's there,
FaceTime me, man. Let's set something up.
Okay.
Yeah, FaceTime me. What are you doing? Yes, let's pick some heat.
Yeah.
Sweet. Here comes the overstock of MVP.
No. Well, don't listen. If Josh FaceTimes you, you already know it's going to be EX2000, and your boss Brad will love Josh. He'll be like, "Yeah, pump it through, let's go." Like
it's so funny that I'm not gonna lie. Some of or like a few of your viewers from Gongshow will come over and see me in my room. And I did have an EX breakup the one day, and they're like, "Did Josh tell you to put this up?" I was like, "No, but."
You're learning. I'm glad to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the new house.
Thank you.
Philip, you spent the day at the Ottawa Card Show.
I did.
How did that go?
Very tired. I'm tired. I've very broken sleep this weekend.
You're a warrior.
Go easy on me, good listener.
Okay.
This show. I'm sorry, what was the question?
You went to the card show.
Yes, the Ottawa Card Show. It was dude, I had the best time ever, and I'll tell you why. So I'm sitting. I wanted to go in and out today. I just wanted to buy cards like a good middle-aged man would on a Sunday morning. I'm sitting there with my boy Al, one of my best friends. Big shout out, Light of India, Bank Street, Ottawa. Go give him phenomenal, best Indian food you've ever had in your life. I'm sitting there with Al. I'm waiting for him to go out for fresh air to cover his table. And I'm making fun of him. He's making fun of me. There's a customer with his son. He's laughing. Al goes outside. I make the joke, everybody 10% off, cash to me only. One of the dads is like, he's pretty witty with me, and he's going in. And anyways, I go to sit down, and I had something hit me the way this gentleman said it, and I almost sat down, and I stood up, and I said, I looked at him, I made perfect eye contact, and it was confirmed. I said, Rob Lomez? And he goes, I haven't seen this guy since I've been like 13 years old. I'm 45. And he goes, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, that's him. And then I look at his kid. It's kind of weird. As a father, I look at his guy. I'm like, I don't know why looking at his kid, who I've never met before, more even confirmed it's Rob. Maybe I saw the youth and the innocence and the potential of the colorful life in the eyes. I mean, we're all old now. It's dead in our eyes. But so I see Rob. We end up talking, obviously, for an hour and a half. We exchanged numbers. This is so important because there's a part of my life where when I moved to Canada, I was 10 or 11, and then for the next, I had no friends really, but I loved cards and I knew my cards. So Rob was one of the older guys. Rob's 2 years older than me. So Rob doesn't know me with puberty, right? Rob hasn't seen me since I've been like 14 years old. Like I was a late bloomer. So anyway, hair in the armpit's a little late. So Rob, it was up to me to recognize him. And yeah, it was very flattering. His son was very complimentary to our podcast, which I'm not going to lie, stroked my ego because Rob was like, what, Phil? And I don't, but he knows the podcast. So that was very, very flattering, like I'll say.
Does a little part of you, though, always get terrified when you see a sweet, innocent child that listens to the show and you're like, oh, God.
No, he's Rob's son. I wouldn't say he's innocent. Rob knows what's up. I mean, Rob has the golden handcuffs. He works for the feds. But
Horsey police?
No, not the horse. No,
okay.
The federal government.
Oh.
If the zombies attack tomorrow, Rob would be one of the guys that could shake those handcuffs off and probably be pretty good. So big shout out to him and his very handsome son, right into hockey, kids wheeling and dealing. I told Al to make sure he gives him a deal, and Al said I'm killing him, but I don't care. But it invoked. We talked about every memory I had, which was all of them. Like, oh my God, you remember sleeping at Mike McNaughton's basement? And then we would play mini sticks for cards. And then if someone lost, of course, we're young enough. Well, I was to cry if you lost, or, there was one kid, Jamie, across the street who always cried. And now he's like 7. Now he's like 6 feet tall, 6 inches, a monster. So I don't think he's crying anymore. Well, Rob told me. Yeah, it was just a very nostalgic card show. Big shout out to Rob Lomas in Stittsville. I made a new friend. I just reconnected with an old friend, and I had a great time talking to him and his kid. And the hobby is strong overall. To get back to the hobby, it was the busiest I've ever seen it. I know I say that all the time. The TCG and the hockey world got along. No arguments, no nothing. It was very copacetic. It's great. Great day, great show.
No, like West Side Story?
No, I can't snap with both fingers. I can snap really good with one. And I'm not really a bebop kind of guy. But.
Was there heat there? Did you probably save it for personal pickups, but just overall, was there any new stuff, or was it kind of same old, same old?
It was same old, same old. It was Coleman or Ontario Cards. Shout out to him. He's kind of the big dog at that show with more of the cards we're kind of used to. It is a awesome show for the casual collector. I wouldn't go there if you're looking for big heat.
Okay.
There's like 2 collectors there that ripped 10 cases of extended. So that's cool. So if you want something modern, that's there. It's not a basement show. There is modern there. I did pick up 2 modern cards today. And you're right, Josh, you'll have to wait for personal pickups. But if we keep yapping here, we'll never get to it. So,
all right. Gongshow breaks. We had a fun night, Saturday night, breaking some extended series, and we'll be back this upcoming weekend with a fresh lineup of breaks. Spots will post on Wednesday around 11:30 Eastern on our break site, gongshowbreaks.com. Also, while you're there, you can sign up for text alerts, and that means you'll never miss a spot. And just want to say thank you to everybody for the early support. Troy LeCastro is an OG breaker. He's a pro. He's a veteran. We're rookies. Our Young Guns hasn't even come out yet when it comes to breaking.
I don't know if you saw Phil's Young Guns, and then I went ahead and asked for a photo image variation in the Sens robe, and I got it. And phenomenal. It looks phenomenal. It's a clean card.
Yeah.
Mildly uncomfortable, but I'd like more like the my Young Guns card was awesome because I purposely stuck out my belly, had my wife beater on, my tight Adidas, my gray tracksuit. I looked like a absolute slob, hoodlum, unemployed middle-aged man, and I thought it was hilarious. That's why it was kind of acceptable. When Troy made his version, it started to look good, so that made me uncomfortable.
Oh, he was feeding his ego?
Yes, I don't like that. It was too good. You have to put a mustard stain on it. I'd prefer that.
Troy's a big influencer, Phil. He hangs out with Mary Gamble. He does.
He introduced me to Mary Gamble.
All the things. Like, Troy is big
what?
time.
I was gonna say, you guys haven't seen me in a while, so there must be a lot of mustered up energy here because I've
pent up aggression.
The first 10 minutes here from you three because I haven't seen you in a long time. So all right, that's fine. I'll be the punching bag today.
Perfect.
I defended you. I said you introduced me to Mary Gamble. I'm sticking up for you.
I know. I'm playing Phil.
He came onto our stage, and you said a naughty word about him. You started.
That's because I saw him. That's the funny part. When someone walks up and you see them in your peripheral, you pretend you talk about them, and then you go, "Shh, they're coming." Yeah,
all right.
Funny. I like it. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you find out if they like you or not. That's.
I'm comfortable enough with you guys now that I know what it. Yeah,
I don't care.
It's just me.
All right, GongshowBreaks.com. Phil, on Friday night, you had a great Friday Nights with Phil. Why don't you recap the audience? I'm sure everyone's seen it once, but they'll probably want to go back and watch it 2 or 3 times.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fulton Cards was on. If you don't know who he is, he's an OG in our content creator space area, YouTube, and he knows his stuff. Very a savant, I'll say. He's an absolute savant about numbers and insert odds and hits. And I tried to get him our website checklist was the best, but he said it was really good. I know he's too kind. That's the problem. Henri is too kind, and we had a great time. He grew up in Montreal, and so did I. So to rewind from the week before I met Rob Lomez, who I'm talking about here, I was running down the street of L'Acadie in Montreal, Park X. So, all right, that's the matter. It was a great show. We had lots of fun. Dave was there, and Dave pushed the show along a little bit because I tend to ramble on, and so does Henri, like way more than me, but that's okay. And we had a good show. We showed lots of cards. Dave opened a lot of my mail that gets mailed to his house. Sorry, Rebecca. And I'm also sorry for calling her Yoko Ono. I do apologize. I was out of emotional rage.
It was kind of funny how he just put it. Yeah, we had Henri, phone cards. He was great. He was really smart. We had a good show. Dave was there. And
Dave's always there. Dave's my boy. Yeah.
All right. We have a huge amount of stuff to get into today. Last thing, though, before we do, a reminder that our show, this show, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, we are a Patreon podcast, and that means we do rely on the support of the good listener and good watcher to help us cover our show expenses, produce more and what we hope always to be better hockey card content, and then fund initiatives to grow the hobby, even in a small way. You can join our Patreon, be one of the first 999 supporters of our show. You get a Future Watch Gonger title. You get access to our Discord exclusive show with the legendary, the lovely, the, some might say, voluptuous IFC, Irish Flyers Collector. Yeah. Neil.
First round exit.
Yeah. You also can participate in fantasy hockey, our 5K challenge, scavenger hunts, all the other things we do there, and then just be in a community of hockey collecting fun people and make new friends. If you want to support us, just go to our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, click on the Become a Patron link at the top of the page, or go to Patreon directly, patreon.com, and search for us. We are the Hockey Cards Gong Show. There's a link in the show description, both YouTube and podcast apps, and our Instagram and TikTok profiles, too. And speaking of voluptuous, Baba Louie, we have one new patron.
Hey.
Since our last show. You want to shout him out?
Near the patron.
I don't know him. I know you.
Okay. Well, welcome to the club, brother N. Brizzy.
That's kind of a vibing name.
It's kind of cool.
I dig it.
Brizzy.
Okay. What's the game plan, buddy?
Game plan for today is starting off with get to know your Hall of Famers. Then it's the Weekly 7. After that, it's some hobby news. Following that, new product releases, more of a updated releases chat, and looking at the Upper Decks release calendar.
Yep.
Then the Gongshow Mailbag. Finishing with personal pickups.
Thank you, Baba Louie. We'll get started with a Get to Know Your Hall of Famers series. It's where we're covering every single player that's been inducted to the Hall of Fame since the very first class in 1945. For each player, we do a quick bio, cover why you should care about them, and then take a look at their hobby markets. Today's Hall of Famer is a big one, and there's a big Buffalo tie-in. This is coincidental, but I'm glad it worked out that way since Troy LeCastro is in. Well, are you in like Buffalo? Because I know like David Adams is in like Tonawanda or something like that. Is that where you live?
Yeah, no. So actually, the new house is in Niagara Falls. So I'm actually So I'm just Niagara Falls on the American side now. So that's where I am. It's about, I don't know, probably a 10, 15-minute drive to the border from my house, from my front door. So I can be over very much quicker now than I did when I lived in Buffalo.
There you go. Okay. Well, today's Hall of Famer is Tim Horton.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
I don't think a lot of people know much about, me included. I mean, yes, obviously the obvious, but
You know about Timbits.
yeah.
Yeah.
What I don't know if he was, I mean, I'll say it. I don't know. Was he actually a good player? Like, or was he just a good, I don't even know if he was a good businessman. I mean, it's just on his likeness. I'll stop talking. You should probably start talking.
Yeah. Well, let's find out together. Let's
find out
find out.
together. Yes.
Let's do
Yes,
it.
let's.
Miles Gilbert, Tim Horton, lived from 1930 until passing away at the age of 44 in 1974. He was born in Cochrane, Ontario, and passed away in St. Catharines. Horton was a right-shot defenseman, played at 5'10", 180 pounds. In a career that lasted from 1949 until 1974, he played for 4 teams: the Toronto Maple Leafs, New York Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins, and then the Buffalo Sabres. In 1,466 career NHL games, Horton produced 115 goals, 403 assists for 518 points and 1,611 penalty minutes. In 126 playoff games, he put up 11 goals, 50 points, and 183 penalty minutes. In addition, Horton was named a 3-time NHL First All-Star Team selection, 3-time Second All-Star Team selection. He was a 4-time Stanley Cup champion in 1962, 63, 64, and 67, all with the Maple Leafs. His number 7 was retired by the Maple Leafs in 2016. His number 2 was retired by the Sabres in 1996. And in 2017, Horton was part of the first group of players named to the 100 greatest NHL players in history as part of the NHL Centennial.
Wow.
Why you should care about Tim Horton. Tim Horton was born Miles Gilbert Horton on January 12, 1930 in Cochrane, and grew up in northern Ontario mining country before hockey pulled him toward Toronto. His mother called him Tim before he was even born, and that became the name the hockey world and eventually much of Canada would know. Horton signed with the Toronto Maple Leafs organization in 1947, developed at St. Michael's College, where he quickly stood out for the traits that would define his career: consistency, physical strength, and a hard, steady defensive game. In 1949, Horton was already considered one of the top young defensemen in Canada. Conn Smythe signed him to his first professional contract before his junior eligibility was finished, calling him the number 1 defense prospect in the country. Horton made his first appearance with the Maple Leafs in 1949, but he did not become a full-time NHL regular right away. He spent time developing in the American Hockey League with Pittsburgh, where he worked on his game and built the strength that later became almost mythical around the league. By 1952-53, Horton had earned his regular place on Toronto's blue line. He was 23 years old and almost immediately became one of the Maple Leafs' most dependable defensemen. His strength became part of his legend early. Johnny Bower called him Superman. Dave Keon remembered him throwing around railroad ties, and Gordie Howe called him the strongest player in hockey.
Wow.
Horton was not huge by modern standards, listed at 5'10" and 180 pounds, but he was built like a block of concrete. His teammates remembered the wide shoulders, big legs, square jaw, and the kind of upper body strength that made him almost impossible to move once he had position. In 1953-54, only one season after becoming a regular, Horton was named an NHL second-team All-Star, and it was an early sign that Toronto had not just found a useful defenseman, but one of the best at his position. His career nearly changed forever in March of 1955 when Bill Gadsby of the New York Rangers hit him with a shoulder check to the head. Horton suffered a broken jaw and a broken right leg, and Gadsby later wrote that he feared he might have killed him. Horton missed a long stretch after the injury and did not return until midway through the 1955-56 season. Even when he came back, the effects lingered for a couple of years, but he eventually rebuilt himself into the anchor of Toronto's defense. A major turning point came when Punch Imlach paired Horton with Alan Stanley. Stanley's steady, efficient style fit perfectly with Horton's skating, strength, and puck moving, and that pairing helped turn Toronto into a championship caliber team. Horton was known for a rare combination in his era. He could defend hard, control the corners, and still lead the rush. At a time when defensemen were not usually expected to attack like forwards, Horton gave Toronto offense from the back end. One of Horton's trademarks was his slap shot. Glenn Hall remembered Horton's shot rising on him until he felt like he had to duck, and Horton himself admitted that he liked to make goaltenders uncomfortable with drives hard from the point. Horton's most famous defensive weapon was the bear hug. He would wrap up forwards along the boards or in the corner, pin them in place, and calmly take the puck away without needing to be dirty. Alex Delvecchio remembered that when Horton caught you in the corner, he would just say something like, "Stay right where you are," because there was almost nothing a forward could do once Horton had body position.
Wow.
Bobby Hull, one of the most explosive players of the era, said Horton could simply close off the ice. If Hull tried to go outside, Horton was there. If he tried to cut inside, Horton was there too, forcing him into bad options. Horton did not have a reputation as a loud leader. Marcel Provenance described him as a leader by his actions, and Punch Imlach later said Horton may have been the key player in Toronto's success because he was always there, always the same, always giving his best effort. In the 1962 playoffs, Horton delivered one of the best postseason runs ever by a defenseman to that point. He had 16 points in 12 playoff games, led the Maple Leafs in scoring, and set a record for the most points by a defenseman in one playoff year. Horton's 1962 playoff record-setting point came on a pass to Dick Duff that helped set up the Stanley Cup winning goal against the Chicago Blackhawks. That gave Toronto its first Stanley Cup in 11 years and made Horton a central figure, and the Leafs returned to the top. Toronto won again in 1963, and Horton was still one of the foundation pieces. The Leafs dynasty was built on structure, goaltending, veteran forwards, and defensemen who could survive heavy minutes, and Horton was right in the middle of it. The Maple Leafs won a third straight cup in 1964. Horton earned first-team All-Star recognition that season, adding individual recognition to a run where he was already one of the most trusted defensemen in hockey. In 1964, while still an active NHL star, Horton opened up a donut shop in Hamilton, Ontario. At the time, it was a business venture by a hockey player preparing for life beyond the rink, but eventually became one of the most recognizable brands in Canadian history. In 1967, Horton and Ron Joyce became full partners in the Tim Horton restaurant business. That same year, Horton helped the Maple Leafs upset the Montreal Canadiens and win the 1967 Stanley Cup, still Toronto's most recent championship.
That's right. 3 rounds.
Yeah. Even as Toronto declined after 1967, Horton remained excellent. He was named a first-team All-Star in both 1968 and 69, showing that even late in his Leafs career, he was still considered one of the best defensemen in the league. In March 1970, the Leafs traded Horton to the New York Rangers. It was the end of a long Toronto chapter that included 4 Stanley Cups and a reputation as one of the most durable, reliable, and physically dominant defensemen the franchise had ever seen. Horton later played for Pittsburgh Penguins and then the Buffalo Sabres, where he was reunited with Punch Imlach. Even in his 40s, he remained good enough to play regular NHL minutes, which says a lot about his conditioning and hockey sense. While negotiating his 1973-74 contract with Buffalo, Horton convinced Imlach to include a sports car as part of the deal. Imlach knew Horton loved cars. Horton even owned a sports car dealership before going into the donut business. On February 20th, 1974, Horton played for the Sabres in Toronto. After the game, he drove back toward Buffalo overnight, lost control of the car near St. Catharines, Ontario, and was killed in a single-car crash. He was only 44 years old. That game ended up being Horton's 1,446 regular season NHL game. At the time, it was the NHL record for games played by a defenseman, and it stood for 25 years. His final career totals were 115 goals, 403 assists for 518 points. Horton was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1977, 3 years after his death. His hockey legacy was already secure: 4 Stanley Cups, 6 postseason All-Star selections, 2 Norris Trophy runner-up finishes, and later recognition as one of the NHL's 100 greatest players. After Horton's death, Ron Joyce bought out the Horton family's share of the company and expanded aggressively from what was then a 40-store chain. Tim Hortons became more than a coffee and donut franchise. It became part of Canada's daily routine, later spreading into the United States and beyond. The strange thing about Tim Hortons' legacy is that millions of people know the name first from a coffee cup, not a hockey card or a Maple Leaf sweater. But before the franchise became a Canadian institution, Tim Horton was one of the strongest, steadiest, and most respected defensemen of his generation, a Hockey Hall of Famer whose name outgrew the sport without ever really leaving it.
Excellent.
There you go.
Yeah, that was so. The answer is yes.
Wow.
He was very good. Holy moly!
Yeah.
I like the strong silent type.
Mm-hmm.
And the creepy. What did he say? Don't stay right there in the corners. I'd be like, yes, sir.
Just don't.
Imagine somebody just whispering that in your ear, though. Like you're playing hockey, and he just gets in there and he goes, "Just stay where you are."
Yeah, it's demoralizing.
Well, they know it when he's right, and they're just like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't hurt me.
Yeah. Okay.
How is he still a big deal? Is he remembered fondly from a Sabres standpoint, or at all, or not really?
I would definitely say, for better or worse, he's definitely more of a legacy here for the coffee shop. I mean, because here you can't go 2 blocks without seeing a Tim Hortons, it feels like. But I mean, the Sabres themselves, like the organization, like he's still pictured in the arena. Like they pay tribute to him. So like you definitely know that he's a piece of the Sabres history. And obviously they retiring his number, they have that up in the rafters next to the likes of, Perreault, LaFontaine, Hasek, Miller as of most recent.
No Pekka? No Michael Pekka retirement?
No, I don't think Michael Pekka's getting a number retirement anytime soon, but he's still fondly remembered. I think he still lives around here, actually, Pekka.
When you said Pekka, I thought you were going to say Uka Pekka Luukkonen.
Uka Pekka Luukkonen.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the Tim Horton hobby market. His rookie card is in the 1952 Parker set. It's card number 58. Highest selling copy is a PSA 8, sold for $14,999 US dollars in July of 2021. From here, I picked 3 additional Playing Days cards to feature. The first is a 1955 Parkhurst. PSA, it's card number 3. PSA 6 copy we're showing on YouTube. Highest seller, sold for $5,246 US dollars in July of 2025. Then I picked a 1961 Parkhurst, card number 1. The PSA 10, believe it or not, is a high selling copy. 8 US in March of 2018. And then the final card I thought was kind of cool is the 1967 Topps, card number 16. The high selling copies of PSA 9 sold for $717 US dollars in March of 2024. And that is your Hockey Hall of Famer, Tim Horton.
What a big jawline. Holy moly.
Yeah,
I
strong
noticed
jaw,
it
man.
too. He looks like the picture they used, they're just broad shoulders and just this thing could just take anything.
As one
just
of
take
those
puck sticks. Yeah. Tussle.
looks to
He
him,
wanted to tussle.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Bobby Hull rookie, where he had the big square sort of superhero looking face there too.
Yeah.
Well, from Tim Horton, we go again. Now it's time to check around the world of hockey, see what stories were creating the most headlines in the past week, and look at any potential hobby impact they might have. We call it the Weekly 7.
Let's skate on over to the NHL.
Okay, before we start with some Stanley Cup Finals talk, we haven't had you on the show since Buffalo's run.
Yeah.
And I just want to get a couple minutes of your memories and impressions of what it meant to the city and fans to, I think, have a way season than anyone had predicted.
Yeah, and I think I touched on it last time I was on during the run was just, there was no expectations for this season. Like in December, right before the new year, they were awful. So I think for me, if I'm just speaking for me and trying to be a representative of the city, it was nice that besides the people who already liked hockey to begin with, through the Sabres ups and downs, it made people in the city care about hockey again. Like I tried to go downtown, not even to the game and buy tickets, but just to be downtown with everyone.
Oh, fun.
And the atmosphere was unbelievable. It was something that we literally haven't felt in 14, 15 years. So it was cool for me. because last time they were in the playoffs, I said I was in high school, So the fact that I'm a grown, like actually an adult finally, and they're back, I think they've made people care again, and nobody was mad. Nobody was mad at the team when Montreal beat them in 7. I don't think they could be. It was more of a thing
you guys
where
were playing with house's money at that point, man.
Right.
You were, yeah.
You won
And
the
next
division.
year, though. Next year, it better be.
Now you have expectations.
Well, exactly. And I even said this, that I think Yarmo's job as GM starts now, like really starts now. Obviously, he was there at the deadline this year, picking up Stanley, Carrick, and Shen to try to help us with the push. But I think his job really starts now. Like, what are we going to do with Alex Tuck?
Well, was it a flash in the pan or was it legit? We'll find out.
Yeah, you're right. We will find out. I mean,
it's not that far off, Troy. It's not that far off. The same people were the part of the end of a lot of jokes the year before.
Sure.
You change one guy that didn't even play hockey, a snap of a finger, and the team plays lights out. Makes no sense.
And it's weird because you almost have to give Kevin Adams credit, whether you want to or not. But I don't know what it was that they just. I don't know. I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but of course. Now it's a little bit scary because you're in a position where you have to perform and you don't want to go back to just the bottom of the barrel, joke of the league again.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to happen what happened to Phil's team last year, where the year before they made the playoffs for the first time in a long time, and everyone, we're on the come up. Here we go,
swept.
Launch pad, and then the next year it's like
controversy, sweep.
Yeah, I think overall it's a good feeling. People are excited talking about the Sabres, and like I said, it was very because I was out in downtown Buffalo watching Game 7 against Montreal, right? They score the goal, and it just was silent. The streets weren't rioting. Nobody was mad. It was just a quiet.
A blanket of sad.
Yeah, it was just sad. It was sad. But, I think hearing people just strike up conversations about the Sabres, I can't tell you the last time people have done that. People have just wanted to talk about the Bills for the last 10 years and Josh Allen. So it's cool. It's cool for me being a bigger hockey fan than a football fan and seeing what it's done. So I'm excited. Cautiously optimistic, we'll say.
Well, we'll see. We had a pretty awesome Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals on Saturday night. I got to admit, as unsexy as this matchup is to, I'm assuming, just about everybody, it's been pretty good so far. I mean, I'm kind of enjoying it way more than I thought I would, and finding myself into it. I guess Marner, I would be there from that perspective too. We had Mitchie Marner scoring a second period natural hat trick. Finished the game with 4 points.
Good for him. Good for him.
He's unreal. I am so happy for him, man. Because my favorite bit now is, but he was the problem in Toronto. We're
gonna get to that. So stick a pin in that. We're gonna get to that in a second. Vegas goes up 4-0. Canes look dead in the water. The formerly, I guess as of a week ago, unbeatable Freddie Anderson gets pulled after letting in 4 goals on 16 shots. Then in the third period, Carolina scores 3 goals in I think 39 seconds, something like that. Then Svechnikov ties the game late on a power play. And then, of course, in double overtime, Shea Theodore scores to give the Golden Knights the W, and they avoid an epic collapse and now take a 2-1 series lead. Game 4 is tomorrow night. And, do you guys have any predictions overall? Do you have a sense where this is going? Or I think it's going to Game 7, and I have no idea who's going to win.
Oh, good hockey, man. That was a crazy. I was watching the breaks in the game and the breaks in the game. It was a great night. Had a beautiful evening. Great hockey. When Theodore scored, I was very upsetting. Very upsetting.
I'm with Josh, though. I feel like these two teams are definitely making me eat my words because I'll be the first to tell you, I was the one on stream. I'd be like, I didn't even really want to watch this. I didn't really even care. But, I'm I started as putting it on in the background just as it's on and I'll half pay attention. But then you're like, another one. Wait, another goal, and like
That's what makes hockey great, right?
Right.
When it's nights of hockey like that, I beat any football game you're watching.
100%. So it is. It's been great hockey, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a roller coaster ride where I don't necessarily have any predictions. I'm just gonna kind of take the ride and see where it goes here.
It has reinforced my belief, though, with the whole going back to the whole Frederik Andersen thing, real quick, that in the modern NHL, no goalie can be awesome for more than 2 weeks. This is what always happens now, like the last 3-4 years. It's like they'll stand on their head for 10 games and then get pulled 4 out of the next 5.
Someone will figure it out. There'll be some phenom in the next 10 years, 5 years. Someone will come out and be consistently awesome. Like, I can play 60 games. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I can do it. You know, wins 40 of them.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
So they are. It is possible. No one thought someone like Connor McDavid was going to come along. You know, the way he skates, all that nonsense. Then celebrate. Who's going to be better than McDavid? Well, maybe you don't have to be a better skater. Celebrini's going to be Crosby 2.0, according to everybody or all the hype, right? So a goalie will come that is hyper athletic and just resounding eye-hand coordination. Yeah.
Okay, now we can get on to the Mitch Marner revenge tour.
Mitchie Poo.
My first thought is maybe Toronto needs to give him some sort of award or like Boston Pizza gift certificate for, I mean, he's basically made their job simple for like the next 2 weeks, right? They don't even have to do any prep. They just go to work and like, why can he do it here? Why doesn't he like it here? Right?
I missed it a little bit. Are you pretending to be the management of Toronto?
Not in the media.
Oh, the media. Okay.
I'm a journalist.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
Big J Journal over here. I mean, the amount. I think it's a pressure thing. He was a hometown kid in Toronto, and the way the media just absolutely blasted him. And I don't know, I think I talked about this before. Didn't his family, his car got broken into, or his family got
carjacked? He got carjacked, man.
Yeah, he got
give me your car. I'm Mitch Marner. I don't care.
That's exactly.
I don't know if it happened like that.
That's verbatim how it went.
I don't know.
That was the dialogue.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, now he can just go to Vegas and play.
Well, look at the life difference, right? It's okay.
Right.
You go to Vegas, nobody really knows who you are. Maybe the odd person, the bellman in your building. You have a 11 out of 10 wife, so your days off are awesome. You have an unlimited bank account, so if your days off you don't want to be with your $1 million wife, then you could send her shopping and then spend the day by yourself. You have so many options to be left alone, and you're one of the greatest hockey players in the world. Why? I think the question's on the player. Why would you want to play in a Canadian market or a Rangers hot market? Right?
Yeah, I was just going to ask that, and
it should be a flip. It's not like, why don't you want? Like, well, why would you want to? Why would you want to? Right?
And I love Canada. I'm going there on vacation this week, and it's just an observation that might be fair or unfair, and I think this is more towards Ottawa and Toronto. I can't say as much for the other cities, but it just doesn't seem like it would be fun to be an NHL player in Toronto or Ottawa.
No,
like you're just your head's like squeezed in a vice every day.
Yeah, you're walking around on eggshells.
Yeah, you have to. Your community, like Brady Tkachuk has done an exorbitant amount for the community, and it's bought him zero favors, right? For media appreciation from the I don't need examples. Listen, there's outliers, of course. In general, I'm speaking in general, and I agree with you. That's why I kinda would like my manager to kick tires and see what is out there. If we can get a haul for the guy, I would like to see Brady prosper in a market that is more suited for him. It's hard watching him not be himself, I guess I would say.
And that's and again, it's out of like how passionate people are, how much people care about the sport, how much people want to win.
Everyone's different. There's that too, right? So I, like a personality like mine, I'd want to play in a Canadian market. That's my fuel for better or worse. I think some people really do thrive in these hot markets, man. Like, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Trey. But real quick though.
No, sorry.
So I'm your agent, and you are the most amazing-ish player ever. and I have 2 contract offers for you. They're
Okay.
the same amount of money. You're gonna get paid $10 million a year to play in Toronto, pay exorbitant taxes, be scrutinized every single. And you love to be scrutinized, Phil, by people every single day, and play in the pressure pack, or you can play for the Panthers in beautiful Miami
Mm-hmm.
with no taxes, and everyone just lets you live your life.
Do I have Mitch Marner's wife?
You have his like kind of like homie-ish like sister-in-law.
Jesus Christ.
So I'll give you my true answer. So my career is 20 years. My first 10, I want to play in the big city. My last 10, I want to go to Florida.
Yeah.
I had when I worked at a downtown bar on Elgin in Ottawa, I loved it. I was a rock star. I was a miniature celebrity to my regulars. I worked with 30 girls. I had a blast. I did that for 9 years, and I had the time of my life. If I had to do that one shift, okay, well, I'll do one. It'd be fun. But if I had to do that second shift and go in a time machine, no, I have zero interest, zero. And I was locking that door at 4:30 or 4:15 a.m. on a Saturday morning and smiling, super happy. 33 years old, 35 years old. There is a time and a place for a player to be in a big market, a Canadian market, not just Canada, Rangers too. I don't think they have it easy in New York City either. I mean, come on. I don't know if it's as intense, but I think the recognizability of it.
Well, yeah.
But then the last 10 years of my life, absolutely, I'd want to go. So I think Brady can last here a bit longer, but he's the closer he gets to 30, he's probably going to be, I don't need this. I'm leaving. So that would make sense to me. Maybe.
Does it matter any player you get in Ottawa until it's like it has like, and I know like culture like in a business sense is so overplayed, but you have a terrible culture. It's like it's not conductive to, people need to be happy and feel hopeful and motivated to perform their best. Nobody works that well in the opposite.
What I will say that one thing we all perceive, it could be very different what's going on behind the scenes, right? So sometimes if we think it's like, oh, it's okay, but it could be better, it might actually be a lot worse. It might be better, right?
You could see it on Brady's face though. Every day
he's not
when
happy.
the media would come in, he's just
he's not happy.
God.
No, and listen, you don't need to be an insider to know that, right? He's not happy. And it's just the wrong attention given to the wrong places. Big markets are funny like that, man. Don't try to make rhyme or reason out of it. So Marner succeeding in Vegas, that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. I don't think it is. And it's funny to rub it in the blue team. He left you and he's better. It's funny. It's good.
Well, as we sit, the 28-year-old Marner, who couldn't get it done with the Leafs, leads the NHL in postseason scoring with 28 points, 8 points ahead of Eichel, who's in second for the postseason. Marner has 10 goals, which is tied for the second most. His hat trick on Sunday night was the fastest 3 goals scored by a player in the Stanley Cup Finals. And the Leafs didn't need him anymore, but Torts seems pretty happy that Mitch is lacing him up in Sin City. Here's what Torts had to say. He's probably one of the best players in the league. He does everything. Mitch is Mitch, which is weird. I mean, yeah, it's true, John.
Mitch. It's like their best friends for 20 years. Oh, Mitch. Yeah, he's so funny.
He's such a Mitch. He does everything as a player. He's certainly a huge piece tonight. And then Marner chimed in after Saturday night's game as well, saying, well, I think a lot of guys made great plays to set me up. Here is this shots fired now. Listen closely. Marner said, I think you need 5 guys on the ice to all be on the same page. And I thought our line did a pretty good job throughout the entire night.
I'm sure the Toronto media will probably take that and dig and be like, oh, he's obviously talking about his former team.
I don't think that is so. How rich of everybody to think, well, obviously he's talking about us. Like, get over yourself. Even if he is, though, just selectively ignore it. Oh God, we live in some of the dumbest times, man.
Well, if Vegas does win the cup, you'd have to assume he's a front runner at this point for the Conn Smythe, which would be very funny.
Let him twist the knife a little bit, but try after he'll want to forget Toronto just as fast, man. Like he doesn't want this always on the back. I mean, come on.
No. And exactly. And I think this is helping, right? And like the whole Conn Smythe and actually being able
don't
to
forget us, Mitch.
Yeah.
Mitch, don't forget us. Don't forget us. Yeah,
Yeah,
remember?
no.
Like he's really mean to us, remember? Because he won't forget us. It's like, I really don't think he's thinking about you.
No, he's definitely left them in the rearview mirror, and I think you can tell through what you don't even have to hear him talk. I think it's just what he's doing on the ice is all the talk he needs to do.
Now on the hobby side, I would say like I am like 70-30 to no matter what he does, even if he scores a game-winning goal in the next 2 games, that there's just a lot of issues preventing him from ever having like as big of a robust hobby market. There's the Vegas thing. Most of his good cards are in the different uniform now, but I don't know. I mean, it would be nice to see a player change teams and then have a kind of robust collecting.
Yeah, but
market.
Nobody on Vegas is collectible anyways. Well, it's not going to be. They have great patch cards. Come on, gold's cheesy.
You'd be surprised. I know a guy who's got like over 100. I think he's getting close to 100 Eichel.
Okay, so
I'm just
this is why I'm apprehensive to speak. Okay, so I can bring up any point you make for the rest of the show. I can give you an outlier. Everyone. Do you get what I'm saying? So in general, Troy, would it be a good statement to say, in general, would it be good to say nobody collects Vegas? Obviously, somebody collects Vegas, but not in general. Would that be a fair statement, sir?
Well, I could make an argument. Only because if I'm looking at it from my standpoint, where believe it or not, in my breaks when we do breaks, Vegas is a team that very much people are like, oh, somebody already took them, or somebody like. I swear to God, there are a group of people that come in and look for Vegas all the time in these breaks. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you.
We've done only 2 PYTs, Troy, which is because we're just babies, and the last 2 teams in both PYTs have been the same 2 teams. What are the last 2 teams typically in your?
I feel like this segment's dragging on, and we should probably go to the next topic.
No, we will in a second.
No, we can do it now.
I see Columbus a lot. Columbus sits a lot. And I feel like I see Calgary a decent amount. So
okay, it's been Kings and Ottawa for us.
Dave and Phil is what he's trying to say.
Yeah,
Dave and Phil.
Yeah, Dave and Phil. Okay, we will move on, but just very briefly, let's take a quick look at the Marner hobby market. He's the 2016 Young Guns PSA 10 pop, 1,663, 57% GemRate, last sold for $302 on June 5th, up 50% in the past month, up 98% in the past 3 months. 52-week high is 308, so we're very, very close to that. And 52-week low is a little less than half of that, $153. There we go. Okay, on to the Blue Jackets. Zach Weresnki is your Norris Trophy winner for 25-26, which is awarded annually to the NHL's top all-around defenseman. The 2 other finalists were Buffalo's Rasmus Dahlin and Cale Makar, who was last year's winner. The Norris Trophy is selected by the Professional Hockey Writers Association at the end of the regular season. And in 75 games played last year, the 28-year-old Weresnki produced 22 goals, 81 points, was a +7, averaged 26 minutes, 37 seconds time on ice, and had the second most points by a defenseman, tied for third most goals by a defenseman. And here's what he had to say. Winning the Norris Trophy is one of the goals I had, and I've worked at it a long time, and it's one of the hardest things to win. There are so many great defensemen in this league, and to be honored among so many great players, to be on that trophy with so many great players, guys I've looked up to, guys I've idolized, guys I played against that pushed me to be better. It's one of the greatest honors I could have. Been a pretty good year overall for Weresnki. He was the gold medal winner at the Olympics in Milan Cortina, and now has the Norris True. Did you hear that, Phil, that the USA won the Olympics? I'm not sure if that made it.
Okay. Did you hear you need to find some replacements for the podcast in the next few weeks?
Weresnki is the first Blue Jackets player to ever win the Norris Trophy. Deserving, guys? What do you think?
Well, I'll go first. So
you're gonna go first.
Their Weresnki I'm happy he won. Whether he's deserving, I feel like the Norris is. Okay, I was trying to be funny. This looks ridiculous. I feel like the Norris is very political now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I don't know again. So I understand that there's a lot of anger from like a good friend of the show. Well, not to you, Josh, to me, Adam Crawford, Edition Sports Cards on Instagram. He has excellent counterpoints why Bouchard should have won. So go check out him on Instagram. I agree with a lot of his points. I don't really give a crap. But there's a lot of Bouchard apologists that are very upset. And I think they have some valid arguments. I think Weresnki won because it's just one of those, well, we got to give it to him at some point. Give it to him now so we don't have to give it to him later. I know that's horrible.
It's like a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah,
Like, they do that in the Oscars at some point, right?
Yeah. I feel like, okay, you got to give it to Zach. He's been in the league almost 10 years. I mean, he's so good, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what about Evan? He's fine. He's young. We'll get him later. Like, I don't know. I feel, I don't. It seems observed like it's so casual. It doesn't seem like it's based specifically on something.
Yeah. This one felt very casual, especially when I heard the finalists were, being Weresnki, Makar, and Dahlin. And I don't know. I feel like,
yeah, Dahlin was 2. What's?
No, I think Dahlin came in. I think it was Weresnki, Makar, then Dahlin. I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Makar. Yeah, because Adam was upset. Makar. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like, hey, Makar's Makar. Give it to him every year. I don't know, but you're telling me he was really, really the best second defenseman all year. I saw enough Avalanche games where maybe he wasn't the baby Bobby Orr he should have been, or I don't know.
You get the reputation though that then it's almost like for certain guys once they get anointed, you have to almost prove why they don't deserve it, not why they do deserve it.
Yeah, I like that, Josh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way you said that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, Weresnki is a 2016 Young Guns PSA 10 pop, 303, 59% GemRate, last sold for $188 on May 21st, up 7% in the past month, flat over the past 3 months, 52-week highs, 215 US, 52-week lows, just $67. He's a PC guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like who was on Ottawa? Matthew Broussard? No, not Matt Broussard. Doesn't matter. I'll remember it later. He looks very similar to someone else who's really good, not a defenseman.
Okay.
Colorado, rich kid.
I believe you.
Oh, quiet. Stop. Doesn't matter.
Okay, we have next topic. We have a new All-Star game format.
We do?
Yeah.
This past week, the NHL announced the format for the next All-Star game. They'll be held in February 2027 on Long Island. We're going to be in this weird thing where every other year it's going to be awesome with a big-time best-on-best tournament. And then the off years, we're going to have some like weird All-Star format that they will constantly be grabbing at straws and change every time to make something watchable, but probably will never be.
Just listen, fastest skater, make it a jacked up skills competition. Nobody wants to see shinny. Nobody cares about flag football. Nobody, you know what I mean? Like nobody make it a glorified, very fan interactive skills competition. The players would like that too. They could do locker room bets, as hard as shot. Come on, man. Have like a puck that goes bang. Cool. You could do so much cool stuff.
Josh, if I'm not mistaken, though, part of that revamp was the skills competition is now going to be for the players 25 and under, correct? Did I see that somewhere?
And then they're doing some and then they're doing some weird tournament, and I don't know, maybe this will work, maybe it won't. I'll keep it open mind, but so it's going to be basically a international-ish 3-on-3 tournament. So there'll be 5 teams: USA, Canada, Sweden, Finland, and then World, which is everyone else not in those countries. Each team will compete in a 3-on-3 round-robin tournament. Teams will consist of 11 players, 9 skaters, and 2 tendies. Games will last 5 minutes and can end in ties. There's no overtime or shootouts. Then the top 2 teams from the round-robin will square off in a 10-minute championship game. The one twist I like is that the winning team gets a $2 million prize. I assume that's the split amongst
donated
members.
to charity, probably.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So,
Give it to them. They'll play harder. That's what's sad about that.
Right. Wow.
I love it. we're such a giving league, and I like you put $2 million in the winning team's personal pockets. You'll watch how fast you think. Oh, I can't say that. You know,
But then the GMs freak out that
exactly. But I'm just when it's for charity, right? But just really strip down the BS, right?
This is not an NHL issue. Every professional league has been trying to make fans care about All-Star games for 30 years at this point.
The only one that I think people actually care about is MLB because they used to do it this way. I don't know if they still do
advantage.
The home field advantage for the World Series, which I didn't hate. Like, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a little bit of real brass tacks, eh?
Right, exactly. At least it's right. At least it's something.
All right, we're going to move on. We'll see how the All-Star format works out. Next story, Dylan Larkin of the Detroit Red Wings, their captain, has officially requested a trade as of Thursday. Larkin will turn 30 in July. As for the reasons why, seems to center sort of around the following. The Red Wings keep missing the playoffs. Detroit has now missed the playoffs for 10 straight years, which is crazy.
He's made it once. Yeah. He's made it once.
Oh, okay. One time. Sorry. Yeah. And Larkin has only played in postseason hockey once his rookie year. That was a long wait.
You just said it. Why didn't you say yeah?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Datsuk was on his team. Put it that way. That's all you need to know.
Oh, I think it was 10 years ago, though. So
yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, it sounds better.
Yeah, it would have been 15, 16. So, yeah.
He wants to win now. Elliot Friedman's reporting points to Larkin wanting to be on a winning team, not stuck waiting through another reset or slow build. There's some frustration, it seems like, with Steve Yzerman and management. Reports have mentioned a frosty relationship between Larkin and Yzerman, tension around the direction of the franchise. The rebuild has dragged on too long. Larkin has been with Detroit his entire career, and the team has still not become a true playoff team around him. He publicly showed frustration before. He was reportedly frustrated with Detroit's lack of action at the 2025 trade deadline, which likely fed into the bigger issue. He doesn't think the team has done enough to win. And he's 29 in his prime. This is probably his best window to chase playoff success, and he may not want to spend these years on a team still trying to figure it out. He does have some leverage. Larkin has a full no-trade clause through next season, meaning Detroit can't just send him anywhere. He can control his destination. And it may be less about leaving Detroit and more about losing patience. He is a Michigan guy, longtime Red Wing and captain, so it does not look like a simple I hate it here situation. It looks more like a player who gave the organization years to turn the corner and finally got tired of waiting. So that's kind of what I was able to find out about that.
I mean, this almost feels like, obviously, it was a little deeper because they wouldn't let Eichel get the surgery, but this almost feels like Eichel leaving Buffalo in a way. They just mishandled the team, mishandled him, and he got frustrated and he wanted out. So
Larkin, 10 years. Eichel played how long for Buffalo? 1?
No.
How long was it? Eichel played, it was 10 full years?
It was a little, a little less than 10 years, but he was,
okay.
He's the same draft.
Obviously more than one, but
he's the same draft class as Larkin. So he played here until probably like 18, 19 or 19, 20, I think.
I feel like you're rounding pretty good to your favor, but as I would, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
He spent a decent chunk here.
Yeah. There's similarities for sure. There's definitely similarities.
Yeah.
I think it's my new 2 words now. I think Dylan Larkin's testicular fortitude is gargantuan right now, because to want to get traded from an original 6 team is woo. You're not. How did Sergei Fedorov he just didn't resign or something, right? Like he accepted that offer sheet, or I don't know, that got messy there with the Illich family.
Yeah.
Illich. So Illich, sorry. So how do you think this is going to go, right? So I think it all depends how the ownership's whose side they're going to take. Because Steve Yzerman's like, oh, really, Dylan? Like, I'm surprised Dylan Larkin's even allowed on the property right now. If you're Stevie Y, you're not, but you might be on Larkin's side, right? You might be like, you know what? It has been a long time, Dylan. I think you're right.
Maybe.
I got just get your popcorn and watch. I think Dylan Larkin is probably the league's best second line center. I mean, who wouldn't? He's top 3 for sure. Who wouldn't want him on their team? I'd love him on my team.
Well,
I don't want to look at him, but I
went and tried to find who's interested in Dylan Larkin, and it was, I think, with the exception of like 3 teams, everybody.
Everybody.
So they're gonna.
Montreal's gonna go so hard on
I
them.
think-
The Kings.
I think my concern with Larkin would be is just his injury history. That's all. Because I know I'm wondering how many full seasons he's actually played, because I know seems like he's
plays
been
hard,
out.
man. And he's turning 30. Yeah. I mean, he's not. He's going to want a guy turning 30. He's going to want a 7-year contract. I don't know who's there. Well, he's already under contract. He's got 5 years left, eh?
Yeah, he's not a young spring chicken, but he's not an old man by any.
Yeah. You can still kick ass in your 30s.
Oh,
Come
absolutely.
on. Yeah,
absolutely. But I'm like you said, I think if Buffalo was interested in him, I would like to have him here. But that's the one thing I'd be worried about is Josh Norris was another one. I love the way Josh Norris plays, but the guy can't stay healthy.
You're the only one.
You don't say.
Yeah. You would know that all too well, Phil.
He's such a good kid. He's a perfect case study for people to not understand. Like, oh, you don't like Josh Norris? He's from Newfoundland. He's such a nice guy. I am aware. I am so aware. He is a excellent human being on planet Earth. God's child. Praise him. But I don't want him on my team, man. And that doesn't make me hate the guy. It's sports is so fickle and fun. It's incredible.
So from what I can find, the top 5 potential destinations are the Wild, Montreal, Carolina, Rangers, and Avalanche. I'm going to bring on Louis here in a second. And Baba Louis, should we go big for Dylan Larkin at this point? Is he our best option?
Probably. That took too long. Don't hit the button now. I'll come up with the real answer. It's over. It's past. Go big. I don't know. Well, what do you mean? How big?
Well, I'm assuming though, because so many teams will be interested, and that you're going to have to give a haul to get him. I don't know what that means from the Wild.
Maybe it doesn't have to be a 1-for-1. Maybe it can be. We take him, so-and-so needs somebody from another team. We ship somebody there. They ship somebody back to Detroit. I don't know. One of them round-robin kind of things.
Like maybe a 3-team trade? Would that strike your fancy? Yeah.
You think Detroit would be interested in Volstead? Because I know they were considering moving on.
Well, they're not going to get him.
Yeah.
Would you trade Wallstedt for Dylan Larkin? I would.
No.
I guess that's what I'm saying.
What kind of... Yes? You'd be silly if you didn't. They're probably going to want more than that.
I'd give
not much more, but a little bit. I mean, I would want more than that. A little bit.
Come on, you guys.
What do you guys say all the time? Oh, it's hard for a goalie to be better in 2 weeks. What makes Jesper this new token guy?
Well, he's the best we got right now, and look at how many times we say, or not us, but everybody says Edmonton needs a goalie. They can't win without a goalie.
But I think Gus Bus is good enough, and then we got the other prospect that's supposed to be good too. We need a center. I mean, and it's to get a Dylan Larkin, you're going to have to. It's going to have to hurt. I mean, you're not going to get him for table scraps. There's no way, right?
No.
So that's rather trade Wallstedt than like Brock Faber or somebody like that. So
any news on Quinnesota signing yet, or no?
No. I don't think it can't happen until July 1st.
No, I know, but I thought like rumors or did you hear? They found a napkin with Quinn saying. Circled yes.
Do you like me? Yes, or Billy Guerin.
Don't show anybody. Don't show Billy.
Yeah. Okay,
I'd really I'd really like to move. I mean, I don't want to move either one of them because I'm just that way. But I'd rather lose Gus Bus than Wallstedt.
Okay. Yeah, me too. If I had the choice, but I don't know if it'll be that simple. Larkin is a 2015-16 Young Guns PSA 10 pop, 851. 47% GemRate, less over 175 US on June 4th, down 8% in the past month, down 5% in the past 3 months, 52-week high, $219 US, 52-week low, $68 US. So from Detroit, we now got to go back to Toronto. Yay. So there's these Auston Matthews stories are really weird to me. And I just want to talk about them for a few minutes. You guys see like the stories out of Toronto about how Auston Matthews really wants to stay there, is committed to the bit, wants to win in Toronto. You see all that?
Yeah, that's just That's not really what's happening. No, maybe,
No.
but nobody.
Well,
I wouldn't
here's-
believe anything you read about anybody in a Canadian market right now. Mine or theirs.
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah,
smoke and
smoke and
mirrors.
mirrors.
baby.
Yeah. And here's what stood out that was off for me almost right away. None of that talk is coming from Auston Matthews. It's from new Leafs GM John Chayka, however you say it.
Chaika.
Okay. Who insists that there's been positive talks between the organization and Matthews. I just find it a little weird to talk on another man's behalf about his intentions, but so here's what Chayka had to say. We've had several conversations with him and his representatives, and what I saw was a happy captain. Someone who's got a lot of pride to be the captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs, someone who wants to win in Toronto, which aligns with how we're thinking about it. I just think the better response might be something like, we love AM34. We think he is a huge part of our long-term picture. We want to do everything to keep him happy and build a winner around him. But as far as how he feels, I don't know. Go ask him. And it's making me feel like that there's maybe trouble in paradise. I don't know if that's a stretch, but, you know, and
This
that the
is
Leafs
the-
are really trying to control any narrative out there that he might want out.
This is the response you'd get from a GM so that people don't think our team is shattered and falling apart and people don't want to be here. Of course he's going to say that. So I agree with what you said. Go ask him.
I
how
would
he
be
feels.
ticked if I was Auston Matthews. I'd be like, don't talk about how I feel and what I think.
I just nothing matters. No, people barely remember any media scrums from like January or February unless it's super juicy and controversial. I think people are going to remember the off-season comments of the Leafs' new GM. Like, no, I just wouldn't put any weight. I don't even think he wrote that. ChatGPT wrote that, and his secretary did the prompt. You know, that's just something to give to somebody. He's making deals, kicking tires. I don't believe anything my GM in Ottawa is saying about Brady and this and that. I mean, maybe, but yeah, sure, man. Sounds good. We signed Marian Hossa. The whole city, the GM gave everything, was so happy. Press release the whole bay. 2 days later, we trade him for Danny Heatley. Nobody knew. Nobody knew any time that thing was being talked about. Nothing. Nobody knows anything. You could wake up tomorrow. Matthews could put out a personal statement that he loves Toronto. He loves it so much. He just went to the kids' hospital and donated, $5 million and changes the narrative right away. I mean, or he's traded. I mean, it's just leave us alone. I think they're generic comments to be left alone until the thing happens.
Well, the 28-year-old Leafs captain, also captain of the gold medal winning team. Not sure if you knew that, Phil.
Don't act like
does
he
still
had
have 2 years remaining on his deal. Pays him an AAV of 13.
No, don't. I'm sorry, not to be rude. Don't act like he had a major part in that. Don't be disingenuous.
He's a leader off the ice.
He's a leader of
Gets
men.
everybody.
Yeah.
going.
I know a guy who
sure.
likes to say that. Leader of men. Leader of men. Okay. Auston Matthews, 2016 Young Guns, PSA 10 pop, 4,226, 65% gem rate, last sold for $595 US on June 4th, down 10% in the past month. Still up, though, 5% in the past 3 months. 52-week high, 850 US, 52-week low, 504. We have
Who
one.
else is going to carry that team?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mitchie Marner's going to come back. We have, I have one really quick last story that I think is just kind of fun and wanted to share it for the Weekly 7. You guys ever heard of Jackson Cover? Or Cover? I guess I don't know how to say his name.
Jackson Brown Band.
No.
Got that on vinyl. It's awesome.
He's a NHL draft prospect who's expected to go in round 2 or 3, maybe even some predict in late round 1. What makes his story very unique is he grew up in a place that does not have a hockey rink, literally. Jackson, I'll just call him, is from the Cayman Islands, grew up on Grand Cayman Island. There is no ice rink on Grand Cayman. They did have a small and what I guess a lot of people call tiny roller rink, and that's how he learned how to play hockey, was on rollerblades in the Cayman Islands. He didn't play his first season of ice hockey until U14.
Get out of
and
here.
had never seen an ice hockey game played live until that time. He was brought to Ontario to like a boarding school and to try it because he was so good at roller hockey that they thought, well, maybe he should try ice hockey. He didn't even know the rules because apparently roller hockey doesn't have a lot of he didn't know what offsides was or icing or anything like that. And then he ended up attending high school in Ontario at a boarding school where his hockey career would take off. This past season, Jackson played in the OHL for the London Knights, and at 6'1", 180 pounds, the rookie winger led all Knights forwards in scoring with 52 points in 67 games played. 4 years ago, he had never skated.
Oh my God! New favorite player. I'm prospecting.
Yeah.
Wait, his name's Jackson Brown? No, Jackson
Cover. Cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's considered very raw by scouts, of course, but has a huge ceiling given his natural ability. Again, it's just crazy to think that some people are born so athletically gifted that you can start skating at 14 years old and 4 years later could be a first, second, or third round NHL draft pick.
That's insane.
So yeah, I will watch his.
That's cool.
Very, very cool.
He's in Josh.
This
he's going to
summer's
be in
draft.
this draft.
This summer's draft. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you even listen, Troy?
Oh,
Is he
that's
talking to me?
rich coming from you. That's rich coming from you.
Come on, dude.
Where did you say he's from, Josh? Cayman Islands?
Grand Cayman. I think his father is
you
originally from
listen to him?
Ontario
You
and
be
then
quiet.
married a woman from Grand Cayman, and they just lived there.
So
And-
he's a black kid probably, right? Or half from the islands. He must be.
Yeah, probably.
Right on. Okay, that's good. You know what's good about that? Bring hockey down there.
Yeah.
That's how you spread it. Grassroots. That's
Yeah.
how you do it.
Probably
You
should
could-
get a rink first, but sure.
Listen, you could, man, things like that. I started following a page that's a hockey rink in Greece now. They have hockey games in Greece. It's coming. That's how you bring it closer and closer and closer. Let's say Jackson Cover gets drafted, wins a cup, becomes very good with the media, personable. This is how things happen, man. He can make hockey huge down there. And then other kids watch him. Vince Carter did it with basketball up here, man.
Yeah.
He bred a whole generation.
I was just thinking that, piggybacking off of Phil. Yeah, because Phil, he becomes very, very good. Like you said, wins. He's the one who funds and builds the hockey arena.
Spearheads the whole thing, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that. People find like that could be his life's purpose, you know. I know I'm getting like super deep and grand, but people do that. Igor Larionov, I mean, when he quit the NHL, he's a proud Russian man, and he put the rest of his life into everything he can for his community into Russian hockey. Something like that, you know, that would be amazing.
What I find funny about these stories, and I'm sure it's like the same in Buffalo and in Canada now with modern youth athletics, is that we all know parents that have spent $25,000 a year since their kid was 4 years old with private skating lessons and power skating and camps and, trying to spend their way to get their kid into a college scholarship or the NHL. And you know what doesn't matter? The money. Because if you're just born with the ability, you can start skating at 14 years old and play in the NHL a couple years later.
It's awesome.
I really want to dive deep on this story. This sounds pretty wild stuff.
Slab Sharks is a Gongshow partner sponsor. Thankful for their support of our show. The current Slab Sharks weekly eBay auction is live. Ends this upcoming Thursday night. Maybe, I don't know, a top 10, 20 hockey card of all time could be in this auction. It's an absolutely stunning, jaw-dropping, eye-popping, to me, unbelievable card. Will probably go for a huge amount of money. Who knows? But it's a 2004 Ultimate Collection, Gordie Howe and Wayne Gretzky dual patch auto out of 3. Yes, a Gordie Howe patch auto. You don't see many patches from Mr. Hockey. And then you get a Wayner with the Oilers game used jersey too. So I've been smitten by this card since our Thursday night Slab Shark show. And one of the thoughts I've had, and I want to ask somebody, I don't even know if this card could be, another one of these could be made at this point. Like, I'm sure if you spent all the money in the world, there's got to be maybe a couple Gordie Howe jerseys out there. And, we know they go for like $2 million, like Gretzky jerseys. But the odds of seeing cards like this, it kind of makes me happy and then sad a little bit at the same time, too, from a new product standpoint. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this for as far as modern hockey cards go, does it get much better than this?
Phil, was it you that did a video of you having the printout in your car? And
I was the boomer that printed the hockey card. Yes.
No, I loved it because I didn't even, it was great like a great ad for it, even though it's not really like it was an advertisement, but like promoting it in a way where I was like, I didn't even know this existed. And this card is one of the most beautiful cards I've seen, hands down. Like this thing is
Perfect.
gorgeous. It is. Like I think that's what you were saying, Phil, in your video. It's like it's
That's
the perfect
hockey
card.
Yeah,
It's so
perfect hockey.
nice. It's so nice.
The red on top, the blue on the bottom. It was so much effort.
It
When
just
I
looks
say
so good.
when I say, this could have been such a nice card, but it was a lazy effort, this is the opposite. This is full thought. Even as close, look at the box of the boys left to right. There's even a bit of a transition, and maybe it's a shadow. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going a little overboard here, but there's a transition from the autos on Mr. and Gordon and Wayne towards the right, and it's white. And it really, what does that do? That brings your eyes to the patches. And even the triangle. Look at the 2 out of 3. The triangle is pointing your eyes to the inside of the card. This card is amazing. It's truly incredible.
Now, in my brain, and not to go off too much on a tangent, but was this specifically made for these two, or is there any other pairings on this like subset list or insert list?
That's a great question.
Well, your checklist, boy, you should know.
We haven't got it back as far as 2004 Ultimate, but I guess along those lines, Troy, too, makes you want to open up 2004 Ultimate. Is there maybe you should be breaking this, or digging in the warehouse?
Yeah.
God, you pull a card like this for someone, I don't even know. I don't even, and then I try to think too, just like sort of the hobby geek in me, like what's something like this worth? And I can convince myself it's worth 50 grand, and then I can convince myself it's worth 500 grand. I don't even know.
Well,
I think 6 figures. I feel like it's 6 figures.
If we're swimming with our brandies and our cigars with our rich friends, I think this sees a strong well over 100.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is 2.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna spend $100,000 ish on a Celebrini Cup RPA out of 99 and not 100,000,
but you wouldn't. But listen, we know somebody that's buying these Celebrinis not to flip them. If he doesn't like this card, what you just said doesn't make sense to him. As someone who gets laughed at a lot, like for cards I don't really care about that are worth a lot of money, or there's a lot of guys like me with our mindset. Just because you're rich, it would be odd though, Josh. I'd probably lean towards more what you said actually, because like Gordie Howe's nickname is literally Mr. Hockey, and Wayne's is the Great One. So how could you be a Celebrini or Bedard guy? I only like modern, or even Dave, right? We have a Dave. He would respect the shit out of this card. So, yeah.
It really makes me think too, and I've been, because I'm in a rut of buying cards, and I'll talk about that in personal pickups a little bit more. But I honestly think if I felt like I had enough value in my collection, this is a card I would cash it all in for this card. I really think I would do it.
Yeah. No.
But I don't have it. I mean, I think you would have to have to even attempt it, like confidently 150,000 US of cards that you knew you could liquidate to be competitive in bidding in this.
Yeah.
Isn't there a little bit of the expression, don't put all your eggs in one basket? Doesn't that kind of freak you out? It's like, where did I put that?
If this card, there's no universe in my mind where this card goes down in value and your other cards go up in value.
Right. And that's what I was thinking is like, I have a feeling like if you were to, like you said, Josh, basically liquidate all your assets and basically just buy this card, I think there's a reality and there's a world where those other cards that you sold to get this one, you could go back and buy for, I don't know, maybe even a fraction of the price that you bought it for in the first place. I don't know, possibly. All I'm saying is I agree that like this is the one. This is the one. All the other ones, yeah, maybe I can go back and grab them if I really want, or
And then it makes me think like, well, is there maybe a grail that's more in my reach that I like? I think it's a healthy like mental exercise that I've gone through, right? Because maybe something that's in the range of the value of my collection will come up where I'm not saying there will be. I mean, it has to be a ridiculously special card where that, because now there's these means, right? I think even Slab Sharks does like the consign to own. Like you can send your cards through them, and there's that Fund Your Cards company that Jeremy Lee used. So, which I think are kind of, sorry, Phil, but really, really quickly are awesome because it makes people that don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash, but maybe for 25 years have built a smart collection that gives you access to go for stuff like this.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Let's not also we have two of the quite arguably the greatest hockey players of all time. There's others too, though, right? Like if you busted out a card like this with Bobby Orr and Maurice Richard, let's say Doug Harvey, that would still, okay, Doug Harvey wouldn't pull it in, but you could have like Terry Sawchuk and Maurice Richard with a card that looks similar to this. That should go for like 70 or 80% of this card. So I don't want just this card to do well because it's Gordy and Wayne.
Yeah.
I hope this would entice. You know, it'd be great if a new owner, if a new person in our hobby with big deep pockets bought this card because of all the hype, and then that kind of opened that door, that this card is a key that unlocks a vintage door. I'd love some guy with big wallets, new in our hobby, to go pretty heavy on vintage, right? That would kind of rejuvenate it. We don't talk about vintage all the time. We do, but it's not a thing.
Well,
do you think a card like this surfacing and going up for auction, and then whoever whatever it sells for, and all the people that get eyes on this, do you think this creates something where now people maybe try to go source more 04 sealed cases and boxes if it's even out there? Or,
100%, dude. I've looked. I've never in my life had the desire to open 2004 Ultimate, and now I want to find all of it and break it. I've been trying to think the last few days, like, well, why does this card hit me so hard? And maybe part of it is too that it falls into the whole narrative of, well, the best. One of the reasons why hockey is so under the radar is the best cards never go up for public sale like this. And it kind of feels true because we see lots of cards doing our show in and out, and you see in your job. And yes, Young Guns acetates are awesome. Cup RPAs are cool. We don't ever see stuff like this hit the public auction block. And it's like, whoa, this is different.
Do you think in like the next 10 to 15 years, let's just hypothetically speak, we get a possible other ultimate card like this, but maybe let's say it's McDavid and like Celebrini type situation, and we get something like this where it's so low numbered and so well crafted?
Maybe, but I would put this in like the LeBron or not, sorry, the Jordan Kobe Shield Auto kind of like, as like a parallel or comparative. Absolutely. Where no sports card is safe, right? From the world could collapse, the markets could collapse, the economy could collapse. But I'll go back and I'll say,
didn't the economy collapse? I thought it did.
Yeah, well, there's no universe where other hockey cards go up and this one does, and this one goes down, right? It's like, this is probably, in my mind, as safe as you could get. And what a win for Slab Sharks. So I'm very proud to be their partner in a moment, because I also think that it's incredible that not only is this card coming up for sale, but the seller chose eBay. There's 3 years ago, the whole narrative was, well, big cards, eBay is great for $2,000 cards. But if you got a monster, you go to one of the traditional auction houses. And it just shows you, I think, the business Slab Sharks has built, where people now have the confidence to use them to sell and again, I'll even go beyond the value, because who knows what this will sell for. The significance of this card is a 10 out of 10, in my opinion.
May sound like a crazy question, but do you guys think with ease, if this was a 101, that this would probably be one of the highest selling hockey cards of all time? Eclipse $1 million, no problem?
$1 million? No.
You don't think so?
It should, though.
If this were a
it
101?
Yeah.
I think 2 out of 3 is not hurting it at all.
No. And
No, it's not.
It's
I'm
not
ju-
even
I'm
5.
just
It's
saying-
3. Like, who knows what the other 2 are? They could be Wayne and Gord, or it could be Gordie Howe on all 3 and Bobby Orr on the bottom when Wayne. Probably not Bobby Orr, but
So on TCDB, the best I can do is it looks like there's 12 of these dual patch auto cards. I think their serial numbering's wrong. They got all these out of 10, but Gretzky and Gordie Howe are on 2 of the 10. Got Gretzky
oh well,
and
maybe
Yark.
there's a parallel, like a gold parallel or something like that. That's even.
yeah, there's gold trim on that, so that
Well,
would make sense a bit. Maybe.
Okay, possibly. Yeah, I didn't dig into that much farther. I was just trying to see the inserts with that.
Who are the other pairings though?
So you got Gretzky, Curry. You got this one, Bork and Jay Baumeister, Waugh and Brodeur, Waugh and Theodore, Aginla, LeCavier.
I've seen the Patrick Waugh, Martin Brodeur a few times, I think.
Yeah. Kovalchuk, Rick Nash, then the Gordie Howe, Cam Neely, Ray Bork.
Gordie Howe, Cam Neely. There's a consolation prize. Eh?
Yeah.
Did you say there's a Kovalchuk Rick Nash? Is that who that was?
I sure did.
That's
Oh, there's your Grail car right there, Troy.
Need that.
Look at that
Need
smile
that.
on Troy.
Hey, that one might look super sick too because it's
Oh, yeah.
Kovalchuk in the Thrashers.
Thrashers. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay.
So we're assuming with this information that the other 2 out of 3 are probably Wayne and Gord.
yeah. And I mean, what are the odds that there could be a better patches too? I mean, that would be.
There isn't.
Yeah.
It's a lateral move. Yeah, 1A, 1B, 1C.
I would hope they wouldn't have, just put a white Red Wing something in there. I think that's what's smoking on this card. I'd love to be able to see the other 2, but the patch on that Gordie Howe just grabs me right away.
The curse would be hitting this card in a box. I wouldn't want to sell it, but I would force myself. That would be.
I don't know if I could do it.
I don't know
I mean,
if
I
I-
need the money.
I would have. I need my life savings back. So this would be. I would have to do it. I'd make Cole do it. He would do it. He's a killer.
You would be very sad, I think. Like, you couldn't even watch the auction.
Maybe I would just sell everything else. Pull a
Yeah.
Josh. I don't know.
Well, okay, but let's get back to that because that's what this card has done for me. I'm not be able to get it, which sucks. But it has. I answered the question. I can now say yes. I would sell everything for one card because I would do it for this card. So maybe, and I don't know if there's another one out there. But so let's go down the list. Troy, do you think that there is possibly a card out there where you would sell literally everything you have and start over, but just with that one card?
I think so. I mean, I almost feel like that's the whole idea of collecting is like that chase or wanting more, or wanting to build a collection, right? Is you want to keep elevating your collection, and something like this seems like it's the very top. Like there's a very, very low chance that you can get any higher than a card like this. So I would be okay with selling all my cards, and then, like I said, maybe trying to go back after the fact and trying to recoup some stuff that I had. But I mean,
Well, you'd have a blank slate too to start over from.
And this thing is like, this is a conversation piece. Like, if you put this on a mantle or you put this out on display, like this is as good as any piece of memorabilia that you can hang up in a basement or in your house, wherever.
Oh yeah, Louis, what do you think? Could you envision a scenario where you would go all in for a card?
Well, this card, yes.
Okay, so it does mean though that there is a scenario that exists where you'd go all in for one card.
Yeah. For this card, I would go all in for, and it would also be, like Casual Troy's saying, just to have I'd start this off with a centerpiece of my collection, and it'd be fun is after everything I've learned building the collection to today, go back and rebuild on what I've learned and try to chase the things down again. I wouldn't have any problems. I think it'd be, it'd suck not to have some of the great things you loved, but to start over again, I think that's part of collecting. It's fun.
Well, I think part of answering this question, to your point, is asking yourself, like, how many cards do you own that are truly irreplaceable? that you feel like that there's just no chance I could get again?
Wow. Who are you asking? Are you asking me? Are you asking Louis? Or are you asking?
No, I'm just saying. I'm asking the,
Oh, okay.
the what is it? Parenthetical self, right?
What
The-
dollars aside?
I don't know what that means.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah. All right, Phil. So you're the wild card in my. I could have predicted Troy and Louis. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if you. Is there a
No.
scenario where you would
No.
literally go all in?
Nope, no scenario at all. Because a major part of my collecting is my quiet time when the camera's not on, or it can be on. It doesn't really bother me. I have comfort in chaos. Chaotic things give me peace. And when I pull one of these slots in the hobby hotel out, and I just start rifling through my cards, and all the colors are flashing, they're refracting, some aren't refracting. I'm pulling cards out of my binder. That
Losing my card.
yeah, losing your card, that neuroticism is there's comfort in my chaos. I don't know how
Okay.
else to say it.
No,
And I would never trade that for a million things, because that has been what has followed me for 35 years, is collecting that way.
you have a lot of sentimental attachment to your
Right.
cards that is
Yeah,
more valuable
yeah.
than money. So that's
Like when I saw Rob today at the card show, that's what he said. He goes, "Oh my God, Phil!" He goes, "Tell me you have the biggest Pavel Bure collection." I was like, "No, actually, I don't. But I still have all my Pavel Bures." I told Rob's son, "Your dad, there's cards in my house that your dad has his fingerprints on right now. I guarantee you, because they're still in my little Crayola tin, whatever,
Oh, funny.
So, yeah. So if I had to give, there's a little example, cards that are worth nothing. If I had to give that to, no, forget it, because then I wouldn't have been able to say that to Rob's kid, right?
Well, if you're like me and you're out of the market for the Gretzky Howe patch auto, no worries. There's more than 8,200 other cards to bid on this week in the Slab Sharks auction. Head to slabsharks.com, mark your favorites, place your early bids. If you haven't tried selling Slab Sharks yet, well, then maybe you should. Let's be honest. If it's the right platform to move a grail like that card, it's probably a good choice for all our crappy cards too.
You're kind of a sucky baby about this card, eh? You really,
Dude, it
you
hit me in
really
the feels.
want it. Yeah.
I really do.
You
Yeah.
said I can't afford it like 5 times.
Well, I
That's
mean,
not how
but
you
that's
talk.
that's not a I think a breaking news
sorry.
statement.
You brought it up 5 times that
Yeah.
that it's not in your. I'm sure you could afford it, but like you probably have to live in my basement for a couple of years.
Oh, and I would be super divorced.
Sorry,
Also.
kids, your dad has passed on. Oh, dad died? No, he's just moved on. We're not going to see him anymore. He lives at Phil's house.
Oh, your dad got divorced? No. He got super divorced. What does that mean?
He got mega bitted divorced.
Yeah.
And this is probably the only card that I'd collect out of those 2 guys if I could afford it anyways. Yeah, I'd get rid of all my cards. I don't have a non-auto, even fake sticker Gordie Howe card, and I don't have a Gretzky card. Or maybe I got one, but they're not people I collect. But for some reason, the eye appeal to this card, who they are,
The history, the rarity.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Slab Sharks makes it simple to sell your cards. They do all the work. Plus, it's the biggest weekly hockey auction there is, so you get tons of eyeballs on your cards, and it's the perfect place for both Canadian and U.S. hockey collectors. Yeah. The Gongshow is the official U.S. submission center too. So if you're an American collector, we help get your cards to the auction and remove any and all hassles in the process. For complete consignment information, including payout rates, and get the submission process started today, head to slabsharks.com. Oh, one last thing. I did contact Benjamin B. and I begged him for like 0.25% fractional ownership if he gets the card. That's just, let me buy it. I said, you can keep the card, but just to say I own like the tiniest itty bittiest piece of it. So he didn't
And
respond.
if you're listening, I'll go down to 1.5.
Oh, bidding war.
Bidding
There's a
war.
war here now.
All right. Hobby news.
Hobby news.
Hobby news.
News from the hobby.
Okay, a couple of quick things. We have the May 2026 GemRate grading recap. We're going to kind of breeze through it. I do have a note, though, that I want to start that I saw today. I think it was in our Gongshow group chat where somebody posted a screenshot of a DM to Nick, Boston Card Hunter. We had him on our show a long, long time ago talking about the CT scanning thing. Who knows if this is conjecture? It's all secondhand, so take that with a grain of salt. But he received a message saying that when PSA decided to put the brakes on submissions, because they had a backlog of 10 million cards, and then they gave it like 4 more days before submissions closed. Apparently, there's word that they got 7 million additional cards submitted in that 4 or 5 day window.
Bit of a lag, eh? Ooh.
So now the backlog might be something like 17 million cards.
Oh,
They'll get through it. They'll get through it.
Okay, but here's a quick look at the May 2026 grading report from GemRate.com. If we look at total items graded last month, the PSA led the way again, of course, with just over 2 million items graded, down 7% month over month, up 25% year over year. CGC continues to gain momentum. I mean, you know, they're taking a chunk out of the gap, at least 690 million, 90,000 total cards graded last month. Then Beckett and followed third, followed by Tag, and then SGC, and then Tag. Isolating down to just sports cards last month. So isolating down to sports cards last month, there was 625,000 cards graded at PSA, down 9% month over month, up 4% year over year. CGC had 114,000 cards graded, up 34% month over month. So they're making a little dent in sports. And then you had 45,000 at CGC, 44,000 at Beckett, and 2,000 sports cards at Tag. They don't care. Next,
why even put it up? Maybe. Well, I guess they're
well, the GemRate does, and because
There's a
they are
reason.
more significant in the Pokemon world. Gets a tiny bit more interesting at the end here. So we'll look at the category breakdown for all items graded. Hockey had a pretty decent decline, actually, from every grading company last month. About 24,300 hockey cards were graded last month by the top 5 companies. PSA down 17% from April. SGC down 23%. Beckett graded only 1,500 hockey cards, but somehow that was up 54%, which is sad in of itself. And then CGC down 45% too. Tag down 24%. Here's the bright spot. While there were no hockey players in the top 10 athletes graded last month, there was a hockey card in the top 10 sports cards graded in May. Want to take a guess what it is?
Celebrini Young Guns?
Good guess. Troy?
Oh my God.
Well, let's move on.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't think any of you would have gotten it. The 7th most graded sports card last month was the Ivan Demidov Young Guns, which makes you think how far backed up PSA really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Right?
Wow.
700 total copies of that card were graded, been 2,700 total copies graded to date, and the 700 graded copies in May were a 7% increase over April. So there's your May grading recap. Chugging along.
Like Carter. Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. Okay, I have a ridiculous hobby news story. I think it's ridiculous. You guys have to tell me, but of course I'm very excited that the collectibles market as a general has taken off, but we're literally at the point where everything now is becoming a collectible. And this is a new one for me. So the Cleveland Cavaliers of the NBA have been knocked out of the NBA playoffs, but are still trying to deliver their fans something exciting, I guess. The Cavs and a memorabilia company called The Realist are auctioning off the courtside chairs from games 3 and 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals that celebrities like Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Timothée Chalamet, Kylie Jenner, Ben Stiller, and Machine Gun Kelly sat in. So for the right price,
Wait a minute. Not the athletes?
No,
Just
that Taylor Swift chair that she sat in at the Cavs game.
God, that's ridiculous. Yeah, we all crap the same. That's a little bit much. I mean, you know who's going to buy that? Perverts. That's who's going to buy it. Seat smellers.
100%.
Seat smellers.
Seat sniffers.
Yeah. That's who's buying that. It's ridiculous.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, that's so silly. I mean, that'd be cool. Those would be cool chairs as a Cavalier fan to have in your basement with your friends.
Right.
Not like, yo, look at my Cavaliers chair. Like, oh, cool. Yeah, Taylor Swift sat in it. Oh, that's
Timothée Chalamet farted in this chair. You believe it?
like Paul Atreides. I don't know who Timothée Chalamet is. I know who Paul Atreides is.
Chalamet played Bob Dylan in the Dylan movie.
I can't get behind that. The movie The King and Dune. I can't really handle him too much else.
Yeah, I mean, what's next at this point? And so
Used
I went to
cup.
the auction company because I wanted to see what these were going for, and they obviously couldn't or wouldn't or were afraid to use the name. So it's like they said like chair sat in by 14-time Grammy winning female
Yeah,
recording
yeah.
artist. It's like,
So that just shows you how silly it is.
Yeah.
That just shows you how silly.
Yeah.
well, Taylor Swift's chair is leading the way at $555 US. The auction ends on June 14th. And my only question is, will the owner of the chair get it graded?
Well, just call Jeff Mullen at the Authority.
Authority
He'll
would do
slab
it.
Yeah, the Authority will slab it. I love you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Those chairs, as someone who went to look for office chairs when I was trying to nest in my early manhood attempts, I didn't realize office furniture is out the wazoo. Like there's like $4,000 chairs that look. Anyway, so those
I
chairs
was in the
look like they're
original
about
tech-
$1,000.
Comfortable.
They look very comfortable. They look like $1,000.
Oh yeah, they do
did
look
they?
like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was in the my career started in the first .com boom in the late 90s, early 2000s, and the whole thing was the Herman Miller Aeron chair at the time. It's like that was like a big recruiting thing. At your desk, you got an Aeron chair.
Ugh.
So, new product releases brought to you by Gongshow friend and partner GP Sports Cards and their hobby shop, Total Sport Cards. Grant is back this week from vacation. We'll have a loaded lineup on Wednesday night breaks. You want to head to gpsportcards.com to get your spots. We should also, I think, I want to have him on to maybe relive our youth and see what he called his Avengers trip to Spain was like. I don't know, Troy, do you travel much?
I'd like to travel more, but I do love travel. So, but yeah, Grant's always making me jealous through his Instagram stories. I'm always seeing him going somewhere.
If you want to get on an extended series for a good price, unlike what it's like in America, head to totalsportcards.com. You get your ship to you anywhere in Canada for $199 CAD, almost a twofer, I guess, compared to what it's like here for us Americans. And then finally, Grant needs your cards. If you have a collection to sell, make him your first call or message him. He'll treat you very well. Either call the shop, Total Sport Cards in Etobicoke, or reach out via the GP Instagram. All right, I want to talk a little bit about extended series and give some maybe early observations. It's only been out a few days, but actually, and Troy, you're a good person to have on for this conversation and to chat about. I've learned that now being a breaker for a month, it gives you a new perspective on these new releases, because one of the benefits is you get to see a lot of cards and you get to see a lot of the product opened up. And I found it helpful for thinking about this conversation today. And we know Extended's been really hyped. Upper Deck did a lot to beef it up. And yeah, so I just want to I have some observations, and Phil, you can chime in, and want to hear from you too, Troy. But so Troy, I'll start with you. Do you feel from your customers that there was a lot more interest this year in Extended with the whole debut jerseys? Was this the most pumped people have been for the product, or was it still not enough to get them super jacked up?
I don't feel like there was a lot of chitter chatter, meaning like, gotta like, I'm so hyped for Extended. I'm not as much as like, the last two releases have been Metal and O-Pee-Chee Platinum. So obviously O-Pee-Chee Platinum, like the interest for that and the hype for that was through the roof. Like that one was like, dude, O-Pee-Chee's like one of my favorite releases of the year. Like, can't wait to see this stuff open. Can't wait to just look. So I still didn't feel as much. I felt like O-Pee-Chee Platinum was definitely more hype than Extended. I think people were
That
interested.
wasn't the question. You keep talking about O-Pee-Chee Platinum. He said, "Do you like Extended?" Or did you ask him if O-Pee-Chee
I
Platinum?
kind of asked him like what the demand from his customers was
Oh,
like.
okay, sorry.
Yeah, he asked me like what the reaction was. So
All right,
I would say people
answer
were. Jesus Christ! Oh, Phil, I love you. So people were interested, but I definitely think it was still kind of like, okay, it's Extended. Let's see where it goes type of situation.
Were you, after opening a few cases, were you pleasantly surprised? Were you disappointed? Where did you fall in, just personally, based on your expectations of the product?
I was moderate on it. I definitely felt as though the cases that we did have, I was like, okay, you're seeing a couple Senecas at least per case. I felt like the Schaefer and Misa canvases were coming out at a decent rate. And believe it or not, on release day, we found a Isaac Howard patch, and then we found a Yurov auto patch to 22 on release day. So, because I assumed based on pack odds and things of that nature, I was like, my goal was, I was like, all right, let's just hit one for somebody. So the fact that we saw one and an autographed one, I was like, okay, wow, this is so, I don't mind extended. I was happy to hit some of the patches, so I think that made it feel a little bit better. But I mean, I thought it was good. I like the idea. I genuinely do. I think it's a great idea because it's just like the MLB debut patch. That obviously got put in the Topps Chrome update, and that has become one of the biggest chase cards in baseball now. So I think the idea is there. Execution so far seems all right. It's created a lot of buzz and definitely at least a lot of like clips you're seeing on Instagram. Like I know the Yurov 101 got hit either on release day or the day after. So you're definitely seeing some more clippable moments with extended series with this particular chase.
Yeah, so I had a couple observations on the few cases we've opened so far, and we'll see if you agree or disagree. So the Young Guns chase is a little rough beyond Beckett Seneca. I mean, he's really your only top tier guy. You have a few secondary chases like Zeev Bium now in the Canucks jersey, and then you have Berkeley Catton and Jacob Fowler. People are excited, but those are definitely a notch or two below. Out of the gate, as you might expect, Second's raw Young Guns is selling for about $100 US. That will go down over time. This is what always happens. So good to read. Don't go ham right now on the Seneca Young Guns. I really think, though, in the huge win category, I'm going to put the Four Nations inserts because of the outburst parallels. Is that those, as opposed to like an all-star card, so much better.
Yeah.
And people were genuinely excited to hit those. And then one guy we know even went out on the secondary market and picked up a Crosby for what, Phil? $1,084.
Yeah, it was something like that.
US dollars. It's the most paid so far for any Four Nations parallel. So we got Big Daddy Phil here.
It looks
set
so
in the
good,
market.
It looks so good though, Phil.
It's awesome.
Like, it's
awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here's though a wild juxtaposition to this card, Phil's card. So
I don't think he's going to mail it. He's not going to mail it. Anyway, go ahead.
Somebody went and had the incredible fortune to pull the Jack Hughes Gold 101 and accepted a $575 offer for this card. And so my first thought is, I either dramatically overestimated the value of this card, because we had conversations on our show, Troy, like, is this a $20,000 card? Or somebody literally has the buy of the year. I mean, I know it's only June, but it's over. This could be the buy of the year.
Yeah, I think it's the latter. I think it's the latter.
I don't think you were off. I don't think Checklist Boy was off. I think maybe we over-exaggerated. I think the seller missed a decimal point or something. Like, if I saw this card for, we're all thinking the exact same thing. So, hey, some crowns wear heavy. I still have the highest comp of the whole set.
Do you?
No, you don't.
I don't?
No, there's a.
Well, I wanted to for a little bit. Well, I had it for a couple of days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I was thinking, does this card reappear quick? Do you think it reappears quick though, or do you think it reappears a little more down the road?
I would do it right now. I would have bought this card, flipped it to Conn, Slab Sharks, done. We're let the market take care of the rest, because they'll forget this happened quickly.
Right. It'll get buried. Yeah.
Well, these will be the first, right? These will be the first international outbursts. So they'll always carry that way. And that's where I think, even though you paid a lot for yours, Phil, you'll not only have the limited time left in Crosby's career, but the first ones here. And I think this is another great sort of, if you're a newer collector or trying to figure out your style, while thousands of people are way overspending on Beckett Seneca raw young guns on release day, and when there's good 50,000 of them, you know, a good move on release day, if you want to, is there's deals like this that happen all the time where people hit a card, they don't really fully understand what they have, and they just sell it way too cheap because there's no
hose them. That's horrible.
But yeah, well, the offer was accepted, so you have to assume that that's what a person is happy to receive.
Right? Accountability.
Yeah. I couldn't believe this, though. I couldn't have hit buy now fast enough at $575.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I bought one at I bought a Jack Quinn red Outburst at the Ottawa show today.
Really?
Yeah, but it's not in personal pickups, and I don't want to talk about it, so you can't ask me any questions. But I have one.
All right.
Well, now I want to know.
Well, I'll tell. Wait, tune in Friday nights with Phil. I know you skip it.
Oh, okay.
I know you skip. I know you don't even watch my own show.
I do on Saturday mornings when I'm working on the podcast. I watch it every time.
All I gotta say is I really hate when the parents fight in front of the children.
You be quiet or you're grounded.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time
I have to be in the middle of that. I legitimately have to be in the middle of this, even in the frames here.
Yeah. All right, next question. Who's
no,
daddy?
No. You got me
daddy,
going.
Who's mommy?
You
Be careful with your answer, LaCastro.
Whoa! Oh boy!
You think I don't hear every time you trash me on your show?
I do it on purpose. I'm trying to step it up because you don't pipe up.
I know. Okay.
But you got your Jenny piped in.
Oh, she loves to comment. Did you see the video I sent with my nephews at the golf simulator, like hitting golf balls while your show was on the background, Phil? That was awesome.
I didn't know.
I'll resend it to you. Okay. Was not sure about Killer Keepers, and from all the feedback that I've gotten, people are really digging it. And as Billy on our live show said, I don't know if you caught it, Troy, it'd be good for you to know, there's only 35 total copies of each of these cards. That's confirmed from
excellent. Billy. And their eyes are of the player.
Yeah.
That's Logan Thompson's eyes.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know that's kind of weird, but I don't know how to finish that sentence properly, but I think it's very awesome that they did this card. Really cool.
I didn't pull one. I haven't seen one still physically. I haven't seen one yet.
There's only 35 of them.
Yeah. Well, that, like you said, Phil, piggybacking off what you said, though, like, great job on that. Like, the fact that it's only 35 of each one, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's also a perfect example, while I'll never give Billy too much crap for some of the weird cards, like the Cheddars and the Hundo Peas and some of the chemical compositions, the Constellations, the weird one from Metal, that is that a lot. Most of the time, weird is weird, but sometimes weird works. And you can't look at some of those cards and then this one and predict one way or the other. And this appears to work.
Cannabis has been legal in California for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's where some of the bless his heart. Yeah. Awesome. That's good. Right. But, we're gonna make a cheese card. We're gonna call it cheddar. Like, come on. Obviously, that's how that happened, right?
Now, the biggest, from what I can find, because there's so many different ways people can name these cards in eBay listings, it's always tough with extended. But the biggest debut jersey sale so far that I found was a Michael Misa jersey auto out of 77 that sold for $2,024 US.
77? Jesus.
Well, it's numbered to their jersey number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's interesting, right? Too, because like Sam Dickinson for the Sharks technically only has 7 autographs in this entire product.
When did they change their logo? That's cool. The fin.
That's like
like their alternate.
I really like that. That's
a great sweater.
Way better than the silly shark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's way better. I like it.
And the biggest complaint that I've seen so far is just the price. I mean, that especially here in the U.S. that
pretty good up here. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, don't hold on. Isn't this where everybody yells at David Adams? Shouldn't we yell at Troy?
Well, okay. I don't want to make Troy uncomfortable, but I've been thinking a lot about that. So let's make Troy uncomfortable. Is that
Sorry, man.
And all you have to do is nod or got other. And this is not. I'm not going to go at David Adams. I'm actually going to maybe slightly defend you in a way, or your company in a way. But so it seems like that, and I've kind of been told this by people that would know, that most U.S. hobby shops peg their prices off Dave and Adams. And as I was thinking through that, it's like, well, I can't imagine Dave and Adams that's your goal. I'm sure you guys just price stuff at whatever you think it'll sell at, and then the whole rest of the world pegs their price off of it. It's not. I don't know that how it benefits Dave and Adams to set the market for America. Is what I'm trying to say.
Why does that sound funny? Yeah.
Yeah, I like I said. I mean, not trying to steer
You just talked for 45 seconds. And said,
You could just say I'm an hourly employee, and I don't know.
That's not what. That's not what I do within the company. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
That's just not my role. So I mean, like I will say, like from just a collector standpoint, just like a Troy standpoint, looking at it, like it's unfortunate because like as a hockey collector, right? Hockey's been so affordable for so long, right? Like it's been here when like basketball and baseball and football have been up here. You know what I mean? So you're introducing a new concept like this, and that was the same thing with like Topps Chrome Update. I'll go back to I talk about it like where Topps Chrome Update was, it was not as expensive as Topps Chrome. But then, of course, you added the MLB debut patches and a box of that went up. So I feel like, with them trying to have this idea of the debut jersey auto and not just the one-of-ones, you also have like the patches and the jersey patches or the auto patches, it got that bump.
Did you start your tap dancing lessons as a kid, or did you pick those up as an adult?
Funny.
No, it's all good. And honestly, what I think because there seems to be like a 6-month flip flop between the U.S. and Canada, where our boxes will be cheaper here for 6 months, and then Canadians like, what the heck? It's so much more expensive here. And then now it's basically the U.S. adjusted price for extended is 145 USD in Canada and 250 here. That's a big difference. But it seems like though after the Olympics that everything in America got more expensive, and who knows how long it will stay that way. But going back to my original point is that's really the biggest complaint that I'm hearing. Not so much about the product; it's just more about people in America not loving the price, and it's probably made the medicine of a $200 Canadian flagship box go down a lot easier, knowing how expensive it is here, Phil.
Yeah, I bought a box of extended. I was happy. I bought one box. Pre-order was $155 at some stores up here.
It's great.
So if people planned it properly, that's a great price.
Okay, last real quick thing in new product releases. Our good friends at Upper Deck have provided us with an updated new product release calendar. So here's what we have upcoming. We have 25-26 CHL game used on June 10th. Then on the 24th, we have a couple releases, the 2026 Team Canada hockey, and then another big one, huge one in hockey, 25-26 SP Authentic.
Yeah, I'll be distracted with that. I'll be licking my chops for Parker straight after. No one's going to pay attention to it. I want them all.
Well, 7-2, one of the things that I'm most looking forward to is seeing your reaction to the all-new reconfigured Parkers, whether you are happy or disappointed.
We'll see.
Because I know that you love it so much.
Last year was okay. I didn't like the patch window last year, or the circle. I'm confident. I'm very confident. And you know what? If I don't like it, there's always the year after. So,
and then CHL hockey. But I assume that you guys will be very, very busy with SP Authentic contract.
Yeah, especially too. That's during draft week, and the draft is in Buffalo. Yeah, and the draft is in Buffalo this year. It's right in my backyard. So I know we are having we're going to be doing like a rip party at the store, like our store. On release day. So on that Wednesday, we're going to be having like a big Upper Deck rip party with.
You have girl breakers?
A bunch of the SP Authentic. We have one. She's in training currently. But no, it is mostly male breakers. But obviously always encourage. Yeah, I mean,
What is your address for my lawyers to send their lawsuit to for using the
Oh
term rip
God.
party?
Anyways, Minnesota.
Rip party?
Anyways.
Rip party? I'm just kidding. You can.
You guys are killing me to that. I'm just kidding.
We don't play that.
Sorry, dude. I'm assuming I'll get a rap at the door, right? And I'll just be getting served.
Oh no, we don't have lawyers. We have Bluto and Tony.
Yeah,
They
that's
take
how it
care of
happens.
Bluto and Tony. Oh,
Yeah.
so they'll make it look like an accident, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you might walk with a limp.
Oh.
Just kidding. No.
Be kind of cool. I don't know if I had a cane. That'd be kind of cool.
Casual cane, Troy. Okay, Phil, Gongshow Mailbag. Got a big one. You ready for it?
All right, everybody, here we go. Gongshow Mailbag. Take a load off there, Josh. Let's get to our first question here from a Beaver of Canada. Do you guys ever think about how many awesome cards would be out there sitting in a closet because a person decided to buy a box or two trying to get into the hobby that never continued collecting? I'm sure there are people who bought into Bedard hype and they didn't hit Bedard. They tucked everything else away without knowing. Josh, what do you think?
I think about that stuff all the time, but I also kind of like it. I think it's part of the magic of the hobby. And it's a good thing when certain iconic cards never surface because they keep that mystery alive.
They do. I agree with Madigan there. I think Northern Ontario, there's probably a lot of addicts with a lot of cards in there that nobody knows about. Louis, agree, disagree? You think there's no cards?
Absolutely
You're all out?
agree. No, I think it's awesome. Just think of how much stuff is buried that people don't, not literally buried, but hidden. They either forgot, somebody passed away, nobody knows it's really sitting there. Or, Josh, didn't you put something in this question? How many cards maybe pushed off a boat, dumped in the ocean?
No, but yeah,
No.
sure.
Troy agrees. Next question. Instagram.
Sure.
Why? Well, there's lots of questions. Listen. If 4 people answer every question, that's a podcast by itself. I got to make some tough calls here. Instagram.
Oh my God.
Instagram. YKJP_1. I can see you too, Troy. So if you're rolling your eyes at me, I spot that as well. I'm curious what the Hockey Cards Gongshow crew would prefer in their collection. Would you rather have a Wayne Gretzky or Mario Lemieux, or insert your personal favorite player, game used Letterman patch, or a manufactured Letterman patch with an autograph? So I would go game used 100%. Troy, what would you do?
Yeah, probably game used. I think that just would mean more.
Louis?
Same.
Game used for Louis and Josh?
100% game used.
Yeah, 4 across the board. We're all game used. And I'm okay with not game used, but if I have the option, I'll take it all day long. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the modern kids. All right, cards. Oh, that's cards A.H. Oh, like Always Hungry? I get that. Oh, Cards Against Humanity. Sneaky. I get it now. Okay, I'm fairly heavily invested into a set I wanted to complete, but it's starting to become a chore. I have made my collecting mission that I don't collect anything I don't enjoy. Have you guys ever had a big shift in your PC? How do you handle everything? How do you handle evolving collecting goals? Well, we're all collectors here. Troy, I'll ask you last so you have some time to think. Louis, what do you think?
How much fun would it really be if it was super easy just to grab everything you wanted? I think being invested into a set you want to complete and taking your time to get it done is the fun of the whole thing. So I've had a big shift. I got rid of a lot of cards and just went after specific players because it was a complete mess. But I've taken my time, and it's been a chore, but getting certain players specific cards I want, it's fun. The hunt.
Josh, agree, disagree?
Agree. Louis said it. Great.
Perfect. I agree with you, Cards Against Humanity, a bit more, because I'm pretty good in my real life to start projects and finish them. I don't seem to be the best in hockey card life. So the trick is to finish them quicker than the old noodle starts to wander into something else. So Troy, finish us off here.
I basically agree with a little bit of all of what you guys had to say. Started collecting very haphazardly and just bought too much stuff. And then I almost have like the ADHD where I'm like trying to complete one set, but then I'm like, oh, look at this. This looks great too. I want to do this. So it's tough, but it's fun chaos, like Phil says.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next question. Discord, Mad Dog Nav 78. He wrote a Greek question. Just because I am Greek, I don't know. I have completely forgotten how to read and write in Greek. So that's
You fake.
I was never that dude. I was only in Greek school till I was 10. I mean, it's not an easy language. So unfortunately I can't read that. I mean, I can, it's a little bit familiar, but I'll read it in English. Hello, Mad Dog. What is your favorite Greek food and why? Do you have a favorite dish that reminds you of home or family? So yeah, that's a Phil question. If I had to pick one Greek food only, it would be pasticcio. And that's because my grandmother made it and I was very close to my grandparents. And then my mom made it after my grandparents died exactly how my grandmother made it. And a lot of grandmothers, yayas we call them, make it exactly the same. It's basically Greek lasagna. And that's why I like it, because it reminds me of my grandmother. But saying all that, my ex-girlfriend Antonia was Italian and she was the greatest cook I've ever got to eat a lot of food from. So big shout out to Italian.
Is there tzatziki sauce in the Greek lasagna or no?
There is not. No, there is not tzatziki. No. All right, next question. Thanks, Mad Dog. Next question. Discord. Kung Fury Cards. New Discord member, too, I think.
Yes.
Hello, esteemed gentlemen, and a good hobby day to you all. What are your reactions to the extended super short prints inserts, also as SSP? Which is your favorite, and what do you think will keep, pun intended, collectors interested for Upper Deck to put into next year's set? I think, so I'll go first. Right away, my brain goes to deluxe. I think I'm a deluxe apologist. I love the blue foil, the Upper Deck blue. I'm obsessed with it, man. I picked up, well, you'll see it personal pickups. You'll see it looks good. It looks good. Louis, what do you think?
I like, out of this new one, I still like that first draft or number one draft cards for some reason. That goofy logo just, I don't know, it gets me somehow. But for the whole hobby, I think, like you, I think the deluxe is hot.
Okay. Josh?
I want to piggyback off of what Louis just said, and this was kind of interesting to me. So what do you guys think sold for more? There's a Beckett Seneca Young Guns exclusives out of 100, or the Beckett Seneca first round draft pick Red Outburst out of 25.
The draft pick.
No, I hope it didn't, but it probably
I'd say the exclusives.
The draft pick sold for more.
Yeah, the exclusive should have. Yeah, that's wrong. That's the broken hobby.
It's
hobby
wrong.
logic.
You're wrong for buying that.
Yeah. Did everyone answer? No, Troy didn't. Do you want to go ahead?
The one I like, because I think it taps into the nostalgia of like actual pop culture, is I love those Playmaker ones.
Yeah, those are great.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really like those. I don't know. Those are fun to me, and I know those actually used to be like a physical action figure that you could buy.
Oh, cool. I got to check that out. It's escaping me right now. Okay, next question. Discord. Blockhead. You can 10x the hobby. There we go. You can 10x the hobby. Hockey, the biggest sports card market. Kevin O'Leary chasing Celebrini 101s. But you're not allowed to acquire any new cards. Only sell or keep. Do you do it? I'll go first. Not a chance, bub. This is my world. It's my selective reality. And I will absolutely not 10x it for everybody else. I want it to stay reasonable for me because I feel like a good dolphin, a good dolphin minnow eating porpoise. So I don't want it bigger. Big fish, small pond. Louis?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't want no instant 10x. If it's going to do that, it needs to take its sweet time.
Yeah.
Until I'm like dead, and then it can start.
Troy?
Yeah, I'd like to go for more of the organic approach to 10x the hobby. So no, I'm good with.
Well, I don't think he's saying. I think we're assuming maybe that he's saying like is he saying overnight or like 10x, like 1x a year? You know, like I don't know what he's saying.
I guess I was thinking like overnight. Like you basically have to cash in
like a snap of a finger, right?
Yeah. So in which I would not take that approach. No, thank you.
I'm assuming that implies all our cards are 10x. We get to sell them and sail off to the sunset. Is that
Sure.
what maybe more the yeah? So I don't want that. My sun sets every day in my office. Ugh, that's gross. Is that what life's come to?
Home is where the
Anyways,
heart
Josh.
is, though.
Guys writing Hallmark cards.
Blech. Josh, you want to end it?
I'd rather keep living.
Sorry.
But sure. I if there's the tortoise and the hare, let's be the tortoise and slow and steady. I agree.
Yeah, the fastest way to your destination is slowly. It makes sense. Instagram. Dion Sam won 3 BGS Slab Barzell cards on eBay from the same seller. 9.5 Young Gun, 7.5 Future Watch Auto, and 8.5 Ice Premier, all for $91. When I got my bill, there was $60 shipping fee. Both of us are in Canada. I asked him if I could get combined shipping, and he said, nope, you pay a $20 grading fee. What? Cards have poor grades, and I don't care about slabbed cards. I just wanted cards to add to the collection. The seller then canceled my order, and I reached out to eBay, and they basically said he did nothing wrong. Should eBay start capping shipping prices? Well, I didn't. So I'm just reading this for the first time. That guy's a jabroni. He basically just from what I gather here, he put $20 into his shipping price as a savvy entrepreneur. Dude, you don't want those cards anyways. I mean, they're tainted. Guys like there's certain guys, like 10-15% of guys that sell on eBay think they're too serious for their own good, and I think you just cross paths with one, man. Just move on from it. It's not the norm. There's a bunch of them, and when you encounter, you'll encounter in the next year another weird thing like this. Just ignore it. It's a fun hobby, right? Just think you're in your own movie or something. It's bizarre. Josh, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure eBay should cap it. I mean, I prefer more the free marketplace where the seller's allowed to set their price and the buyer chooses to accept it or not.
All right, that's good for that. Next question. Instagram, Frank Chavini. Do you think grading companies should add eye appeal to the subcategories? Oh, I kind of like that. Along with corners, edges, surface, and centering. I kind of like it, yeah? Louis, what do you think?
No, I think eye appeal is the silliest name in the hobby.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
Josh?
everybody's different, though. I mean, yeah, certain cards have great eye appeal, but what might be great eye appeal to me might not be great eye appeal to you. It's just another opinion.
Yeah, well, it's subjective, right?
Which is the root of the and that's like where to Louis' point, I love eye appeal, but it is entirely subjective. So for a grading company to do it and for it to carry weight, you have to have it be backed by somebody who the hobby's opinion would generally trust. And that's a little bit why the Mike Baker stickers work, because Mike Baker has the brand of being the original PSA grader. And so people say, oh, if Mike Baker thinks this is a high eye appeal card, then I should probably use that endorsement. And so I don't know. There would have to be somebody where we would say, oh, like PSA's eye appeal endorsed by Phil Marsh, and everyone says,
well, that's the way I took it. So if you have 10 people, I prefer if you can't see a card, but you're getting FaceTime by a buddy, and there's a sticker on it that said Phil Marsh approved. They would know that it's a good registration. I wouldn't put that sticker on something without registration. It might be off center because that's not something that I approve. I mean, we're playing with dangerous things here. It's kind of silly. Yeah. Good question. We went a little too far with it, but that's what subjective things do. Troy, anything to add there, or should we go to the next one?
I mean, all I would say is the things like corner edges and surfaces, I feel like those are eye appeal, meaning like that's, I don't know.
Well, everything's subjective until you have a scale that, yeah.
So.
Okay, next question. It's a good one. Troy, you're going to have to think about it because you're last, okay?
Perfect.
File collector. What are your favorite 5 inserts? At least think of a few if you can off the top of your head, LaCastro. Cards that are not numbered, have no memorabilia, and have no auto. We'll let Josh go first because I'm sure he likes this question the most.
yeah, it's like tailor-made for me.
This
Yeah.
is awesome.
So in no particular order, my 5 favorites are 2024 Metal Liquid Gold, 2012 Fleer Retro Noise Boys, 1996 Certified Mirror Gold or Blue. I like them both. 2008 Jambalaya, and 2016 Glow-P-Chee.
Nice.
Louis, you're up.
Wow. So I picked the 2014 20th anniversary Young Guns of like the 90-91 Upper Deck cards. I like the holographics. Awesome. Pinnacle Epics cards. O-Pee-Chee Shield variation cards and the Flair Ultra Meteor Showers.
Oh,
good
meteor
choice.
shower. Good call. Good call. Okay, where am I here? I did not go a liquid gold like Josh. I got Glow Peachy, Fleer Ultra Fabulous 50s. It's worth nothing, and it's one of my favorite
They're
hockey cards
awesome.
of all time. I got Marcel Dion, Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Crosby, Fleer Ultra Fabulous 50. I don't know the year. Go find it yourself.
2021.
Thank you. Tis the Seasons, Parker's Christmas cards. Oh my God, they're so good. They're so bad. They're so bad. They're great. One of Wayne's cost me like $400. I don't care. It's amazing. And it's horizontal. And scoring leaders from Fleer Ultra. Oh my God. Amazing cards. Amazing cards. They're only like 15, 20 bucks. And then I don't know if this counts, but the Great White North. You said
those
no
the
autos.
Canadian
They have
Tire
autos,
card?
but what's that?
Or is that a Canadian Tire card?
No, it's a Upper Deck O-Pee-Chee card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I sense what you're trying to do. I'm not going to let you do it. Yeah. Why would it be a Canadian Tire card? That doesn't even
Because
make
there's
sense.
a cool Canadian Tire, but it's maybe like Northern Lights or something like that.
No, just everything you say is ignorant in regards to Canadian Tire right now. It's silly.
I think it was an SO card.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Texaco. Was it Texaco? Round them up and shoot them. Don't tread on me. Okay, let's go. Or is it
Figure it out,
me?
Troy.
I'm running the show here. Troy, do you have any cards you like?
Big fan of the pond hockey from O-Pee-Chee
Oh,
Platinum.
yeah. Good one.
Oh, good call. Good
I like
call.
those.
Yeah.
I love the electrifying. So for the hockey, it would be from the Fleer Retro.
Yes.
Those are
really?
good
Those have
ones.
gotten so stupid expensive in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
You could get like
Yeah.
a PSA 10 for $200 3 years ago. Now they're over 1,000.
Another one, a little more of a modern example, but I actually like the antiquities from Artifacts. I don't mind the way those ones look. And honestly, the one I was thinking about that stuck out in my head is obviously any like the old Bowman's Best like atomic refractors, those look so good.
Those are numbered though.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, those are numbered.
Oh,
Yes.
ruined the bit. Okay,
Failed the
next question.
assignment. Moving on.
Killed the bit. Classic me.
Instagram, slightly rounded. Like around Christmas? We're all a little slightly rounded around Christmas, eh?
Or
The three
corners.
biggest rookie chases of the last 20 years are as follows: McDavid, Celebrini, and Bedard. As far as I know, none of their gold one-of-one parallels, Outburst, Golden Treasures, auto, and non-auto, have been pulled or sold publicly. I think the McDavid one's got some... Anyway, I'll let Checklist Boy answer that better. Is this... I'm not saying that word. Is this not super suspect? Bonus question. Order these 8 by market value if they were all to appear today. Go ahead, Josh.
It's super sus, Phil. It's so sus.
Us.
I don't think it's necessarily sus. If I had to rank though, and I did not verify if any of these have sold. Luis, is the sky falling or what?
Jesus.
I would put the Celebrini Young Guns 101 would be more valuable than any of those cards. Then the McDavid Golden Treasures and would be next, followed by the Celebrini Golden Treasures cards, and then followed by all the Bedards. I think Bedards are clearly third at this point.
Yeah, we all agree with Josh. There you go, slightly rounded. Next question. Facebook, Kalen Anderson. What's up, Kalen? How do you guys feel about the Legends Young Guns acetates? I'm strongly considering going after the Solani, but the price tag seems insane for a tribute rookie. Yeah, you're gonna get a resounding sell your girlfriend to go get it, man. I don't know. That's an amazing card. So, Troy, what do you think? Should he go get a part-time job to get this Solani acetate?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I love
There
the
you go.
finish
That's-
flash. So
2 for 4. Louis, do we got 3 for 4 or no?
Yep.
There we go. Josh.
Nah.
Nope. Josh says keep your girlfriend.
She's so hot. She could be a part-time model.
Okay. But no,
boy.
you don't they don't do it for you there, Madigan, or what?
I just don't know, like, long-term. Like, that's a card that I can't predict the future for.
Okay. Josh says be cautious. Louis, Phil, and Troy say be a
Jump in the
cowboy.
deep end.
Yeah, there you go. Instagram, Ray Borg collection. Dennis, how's it going? Do you think PSA will one day add something like first graded on some labels to specify that this exact card is first graded? Or would they charge a premium to make it happen? I'll answer this first. I don't want my card to be first graded. Why I don't see why that would add a premium. I guess it's kind of cool, but I feel like that would bite them in the ass in somehow, some way. Someone would exploit that weird thing. I don't know how. I have no idea, but they would find a way. Panel, I don't know. Anyone have any funny thoughts?
Gimmicky but cute.
Okay.
Funny enough, just how like first off the print or jersey match or last off the print ones, like all of a sudden, garner a premium. I wouldn't put it past if they did do that. That somebody would be like, "Well, I'd pay more because it was the first card grade." I wouldn't put it past.
Yeah, that's cool. I'd be probably so that doesn't interest me, but I could see how something like that would interest me.
Yeah.
All right, good. Josh, you like it? You don't like it?
Somewhat surprisingly, I kind of do like it, and I can't explain why.
Okay, well, that's okay. That's why hobbies are rational. Thanks, Dennis. Good question. Next question. Oh, it's Kevin. I'm kidding. I love you, Kev. All right. I was at my LCS talking with the amazing staff and noticed the store raised the price of 2526 Platinum to $450 a box Canadian. I rolled my eyes and I shrugged my shoulders and I left a little shocked. On my way out, all I could think of was how many amazing cards are sitting in countless unopened boxes on the shelves at everyone's local card shop. These boxes won't be open for a long time, if ever, due to high prices. Yeah, welcome Series 2, dude. Celebrini or Bedard. Has this ever crossed your mind? Yeah, Series 2, Bedard. Does it bother you? Yes. Do you feel a little disappointed? I'm sad. Thanks for everything, Gongshow team. Well, I've already answered your question.
Mm-hmm.
Louis exhausted by me talking about pricing questions. Troy can't answer, and Josh is going to finish us off.
It's just become very apparent over the last month that this is the rest of the hobby might be consumed with PSA and whatever topic du jour, but in the hockey hobby, box prices now seems to be the hot button issue.
Mm-hmm. It's a good point. I have if you can't beat them, join them kind of attitude these days. But Instagram, the Jar 87. Hey boys, what's up, the Jar? Big question for Philip. Oh, I spelled it right. The 1L. Thanks, man. I feel like I should have pre-read this. Oh, who wrote that? Don't screw this up, Phil. Oh my God. As an American, my whole life, I've been told hockey is Canada's sport, right? But I've heard lacrosse is truly Canada's original biggest sport. Oh, dude. And only chance at, oh, stop it. And only chance at a gold medal in the Olympics. Your thoughts? I believe lacrosse is our official summer sport and hockey's our winter. I thought when I was growing up, though, I really did think lacrosse was our national sport and only national sport. I'm sorry. I don't know the official answer to that. I know the boys like it when I get jammed up, but I'm being honest about that. And I don't appreciate your attitude with the slight at the only chance of the gold medal in the Olympics. I don't appreciate that. All right, next question. But I like your question overall. Discord, Com Avenue Cards. What is your ideal timeline for investing in a rookie you want to collect? I'd personally wait for the summer between their first and second year. Number one, hype dies down. Point number two, the price drops. Unless you're Caulfield. That was weird, eh, brother? Number three, the new shiny rookies come out and distract others. Number four, most rookies hit that wall towards the end of the year. Sophomore slump, maybe? Or no, the rookie end of the year slump. I was wondering what you guys use for a strategy. I feel I can't answer this question properly. I don't have a strategy. Louis, do you have a strategy? Louis takes what people give him. Josh, do you have a strategy?
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, you were on mute.
I was because it sounds like there's a wrestling match going on above me.
Yeah, no, I know. We know.
Making a grandbaby up there or what?
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna
Got right. My strategy's been to not prospect and collect rookies, so I think we're gonna get but I have fallen. I did get sucked into a couple Celebrinis. In general, though, Comab, I think that your approach makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. We all agree. Next question. Mm-hmm. Gunther Cards 96. Hey, boys. What's up, Gunther? What card in your collection holds the most sentimental value? I'll go first. It's my 1986 sticker book. That's it. Louis, do you have anything?
I don't really have anything sentimental. I guess it'd be just anything that somebody has given me.
It's a good answer, yeah. Troy, do you have anything in your collection that's special from when you were a kid, like a couple weeks ago?
Thank you. I'll take the age before beauty.
All right.
But,
All right, Gaston.
No, I like the cards that I can buy and they'll tell a special story. Maybe not now, but one day down the road. But nothing in particular that I could think of at this moment.
Okay, next question.
No, wait. I get the ansser.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have an answer, Josh?
No,
I don't
do
think
have
we need
an
to hear
answer.
it.
No,
because
no,
you're
I
a bit
do.
of a jerk.
We're trying
Go
to
ahead.
keep pace here, Josh.
No, I do. I like Louis. I hold cards that are very special that are given. And somebody gave me, and was very thoughtful, a Kaprizov Star Rookies exclusives out of 100. I'm just embarrassed to say I can't remember who gave it to me. I think it was maybe Dave.
Okay, next question.
Or it was Phil. It was Phil.
It was me, and it cost me lots of money, and Josh didn't even remember I gave it to him. Next question. Barrick Christian. Hey, Barrick. I'm currently building a 2002-2003 Pacific Private Stock Reserve Master Set. Well, that's awesome. I've been at it for a couple of years now. It's a labor of love. LOL. You spelled labor wrong. However, I find it difficult to maintain focus with all the new cards constantly coming out and the difficulty locating certain cards from the set. How do you maintain your focus on hobby goals and objectives? Did I bite off more than I could chew building a master set? Yes, you did. That's my answer. Can anyone else help Barrick out? Josh?
Just put it on the back burner and see if you want to come back to it. And that'll tell you the answer right there.
That's a good answer. That's all our answers.
That's
He's
good.
right. Next question. Mike Fleury. We know Mike. With Dave soon retiring, I know. What's everyone's guess as to what card he will purchase as a congratulatory gift to himself? What a great question. I don't know. I don't. Guys, what do you think? We could answer this as a group. I don't know. Something
Whatever he buys
statue
next.
or
Something Luke Robitaille?
Yeah.
No.
Good guess. Yeah.
Well, I actually think he'll buy about 300 cards to celebrate that are all cool yet make no sense in a single collection.
The worst is how he paid Carter off. Obviously, Carter's like, I'm not defending him. But there is a sense of it makes sense when you look at it. I'm like, no, there isn't.
No, guys, they make. Oh, hold on, Schmoopies. Yeah,
I know the schmoopy problem now too. I know now he says, I forgot he's like 3 hours behind me, so I called him when it was like 6 my time, so that's like 3 his time, and he hangs up, right? He hangs up. I was like, what an asshole! I'm like, who does that? So I call him right back. I was getting him mixed up with Sylvain. I thought he was 3 hours ahead. I'm like, what's his problem? I'm like, oh, he's obviously on the choo-choo train. He wasn't happy when he called me back earlier.
Oh no.
Anyways, the point of that was he said, I woke them up. He goes, you woke us up. I was like, who's us? What is this? Yeah.
Whoa, Schmoopies is spending the night, huh?
They're
Getting
having
serious.
sleepovers before they're getting married. I'm gonna tell his mom. Okay. Next question. Peachland card. If the hockey card community grew by 1 million over the next 5 years, what era of cards would become the rarest as demand increased? I think the red outburst of 25-26. That's what will increase. I think it's pre-McDavid era print runs were lower and 90s, early 2000s parallels as they can be hard to find. What do you guys think? Well, I think 25-26 red outburst inserts. I think those are going to be the most highly coveted
Sidney
cards in the
Crosby?
next 10 years. Especially Sidney Crosby's, yeah. And Jack Quinn's, yeah. Jack Hughes. Jesus, Jack Hughes. Troy, what do you think?
I would almost even argue like the 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, like right before McDavid, kind of what he was saying. But I'm talking like legit right pre McDavid, because I feel like there's still quite a bit of
Like
that
Eric
stuff
Carlson?
out there that nobody was. Yeah. What did you say?
Josh? I said Eric Carlson.
Yeah, exactly.
Josh, Louis, boys, anything?
Definitely EX2000's gonna be banging.
Yeah.
That was another Baba Louie Hobby hot take.
You're welcome.
Josh, what do you think?
I still think late 90s inserts, there's not, like, once people get exposed how awesome they are.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. All right, next question. Instagram, Caesar04463. Do you think the hobby has gone too far with regard to how expensive it is? Selective ignorance, brother. That's what I'm choosing to do. Yeah. Louis?
Pretty much the same thing. I just stay in my lane.
I think Josh will probably answer for him and Troy. Go ahead, Josh.
What are the odds that Caesar put his ATM pin code in his name?
I don't know. Who knows?
I don't. Here's my thought about pricing. It doesn't make sense for Upper Deck or any company to want to price most of the hobby out of the hobby. So what'll happen is if the hobby grows so much where there's current products that are no longer affordable, they don't want customers to go away. They'll just make new products at lower price points for people that are more in that purchase range.
All right. Second last question. D3P _ hockey cards. Why does Upper Deck allow the main suppliers to scalp their product, and will that ever change? I have gone blue in the face. It is above my pay grade. I'm too emotional to talk about this. I'm going to say it again. Super annoying. My 2 words of the show: selective ignorance. Josh can give you the adult answer.
The answer is that we've talked before about what's Upper Deck's core competency. A company can't be good at everything. What Upper Deck is really, really good at, in my opinion, is product. They're a product company. They make very good products. Like Disney is a marketing company. Disney doesn't make movies. They hire companies like Pixar to make movies, and then they are the best marketing company on earth when it comes to they buy IP and then they market it. Upper Deck, because of that, they chose the route of distribution and then letting the secondary market set the price so that they don't have to build a robust sales infrastructure. They don't have to have shipping, fulfillment, customer service for all their vendors. They just make the product, they sell it to distributors, and then they move on and they focus on making the next product. And then there's, some sort of man behind the curtain sort of scenario behind there where then the prices take on a life of their own. In some cases, they go up. In other cases, they go down. And what we have to acknowledge in this whole price thing is that it's, of course, the products that are really awesome where the prices tend to go up. And that's where we focus. We laugh about EX2000 where people lost, we know people that lost 6 figures because they pre-ordered those boxes based on what they thought would be huge excitement and demand. And then obviously it wasn't there, and now they have to sell those products at a loss.
Yeah, but do you know who probably didn't lose all that money? Is back to his point, the distributors. They probably, we know the classic game, like, oh yeah, we'll give you as much cup allocation as you want, but you're taking 30 cases of EX2000.
Sure, yeah,
you mean from last year? Yeah. Oh, you don't have to. We're not forcing you. Listen, you gave the best answer, but there's a lot of head scratching, Josh.
It's not a fail-proof solution, right? I'm not going to make this point saying this is how it shouldn't be. This is actually how it should be. While Upper Deck really has, according to them and logically, they don't have a lot of control over what the price ultimately is. They sell the prices to distributors on a set price, and then people mark it up or down from there. The result, though, is that when you have prices that are high and it makes customers mad, the feedback is Upper Deck is charging too much. So that's a flaw in this model, that while they are not setting the price, they're taking the heat for it.
Well, listen, if you go to the expo, Grosvenor set up there. Go talk to them. I mean, I don't know what they have there for representation. One of the distributors, I think they might even both be there. They have representation at our card shows. There's nothing there. They have their sign and maybe just some guys talking. No one's really, everyone's got a big bark, but no bite when it comes down to it. I've gone up and chatted with them. You don't get much information, but go ask your questions, right? They're not hiding. They're there.
And then their goal is to perfectly find the intersection between supply and demand, right? If you're a distribution company, you want to make the most money you can while still selling out in the product. And so that's what their math people try to do.
Yeah. All right. Last question. Go for Fan 90. No, second last question. Sorry. At what card price or condition do you determine if it goes into a top loader or a magnetic holder, also known as a one-touch, usually? I'm a top loader guy these days. That's my answer. Louis?
I don't know at all. I really don't have a rhyme or reason. Some of my spendier stuff will go into the one touch.
So that's a rhyme. That's a rhyme or a reason.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like the way some of the cards look in like a pro mold case or something like that. So
you do know. You like the way they look in the prime. Yeah, stop saying I don't know so much.
I don't know.
All right, Josh, you next.
I'm actually not the biggest one-touch person. I tend to either grade cards or keep them in top loaders, and those are my two modes.
Troy, you a TLBG guy or are you a one-touch guy? What are you?
I think one touch for stuff I just really, really like, or maybe want to kind of display. But
Okay.
Other than that, top loader.
Okay. Last question. North Stars fan 23. Hi, Phil. Hello. Thank you for highlighting and calling out the Parkhurst missing link autographs in the 90s score autographs on Friday nights with Phil. Yes, brother. You're welcome. I had never seen a Richard before. Oh, they're great, eh? The score autographs are definitely unique and deserve more attention from the hobby. Would you consider doing a segment on the missing link set and inserts? Yeah, brother, I am. I want to make a whole. I have 3 videos right now that are not done, and I started them. Work's a little crazy. I will absolutely make very informative video on the missing links and the epic signatures and the Century Legends editions. I'm really getting into modern vintage. That's what I'm calling it. Modern vintage. And I'm glad I brought that to your attention. There's a lot more. Look up here. Here's another one to run with. Bobby Orr, the score. Bobby Orr scorecards. The black and yellows. He signed the back of them as well. They get a little spendy, but run with that a little bit. And I appreciate you saying that as well, North Stars fan. Okay, well, that's it. That's all the questions for today.
All right. Personal pickups, Phil.
Yeah, again. Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
Thank
Here
you,
we go.
Louis. All right. Okay, yeah, pick this up. So all these cards are from the Ottawa show. I picked this up today. I forget your name, brother. Sorry, I said I'd shout you out, but Brian Trotche guy. He sold it to me. What I get this for? Yeah, I overpaid. He had it for $200. I was like, how about no? And I was like, I don't know. He kind of wasn't leaving. So I picked it up for $180. Hey, listen, it's a great card. Brian Trotche, one of the greatest players of all time. Gold pen, beautiful autograph. Yeah, great card. Great card.
And even a better guy than a player. How's
Yes.
that? Yeah.
That's even possible, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so pulling out some big guns here, pulling out some heat. So 25-26 extended. This is a Sidney Crosby clear cut.
Beaut.
Canada Four Nations jersey. Next, good sir. Look at ya. So a Sidney Crosby 25-26 extended deluxe out of 249 with the upper deck blue. Big fan, big fan. Okay.
Hillbilly Deluxe.
Yeah, I like this one too. Oh my God. And yeah, another just epic Gordie Howe signature, 2004, 2005, legendary signatures, Gordie Howe auto. This is very, very similar to the 99 2000 Century set. I actually kind of thought it was from it, but it's not. It's from a few years later. This is, thank you, Louis. Anything licensed, especially from Upper Deck, that says you have received a card personally autographed by Mr. Hockey is a full buy for me. Any licensed card, like the missing link cards, the lucky autograph ones, even from the 1994, on the back of that card it says your lucky autograph. So when the card actually has print on it and the legend has the autograph on it, man, like that means the world to me. So pick this card up. I'm not telling you how much it was, but I wanted it and I bought it.
Good.
Hey, Phil, did you see that we pulled the Crosby exclusives last night?
I did. Yeah. I had to tap out after a certain time, but I watched the rest today and it was pretty good. Yeah. You want a little tidbit when you're looking up if Grant's got like a 7-hour video of all the hits, but you only want to see like Detroit, just do the transcript, Control F. They'll find you all the words that say Detroit. So I do that with shows like Crosby, Gretzky's. Then it just brings you all those points.
Troy, you send anything in?
No.
No, I didn't send anything in. I have a couple, but it's nothing huge, so it's all right.
All right.
That's not
Josh,
me.
that's
That's
nothing.
not me, Louis. It's on me.
I got none.
Nobody? Just me?
No, I wanted you to have the glory.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I take my personal pickups to share that for really the first time in years, I'm in a total funk.
Well, that makes two of us, bro.
And it's not that I don't want to, but we haven't had a lot of time. We're making big moves here in Gongshow land, and so that has played a factor. And I just can't find there's times like when you have no money, but you find all the cards in the world you want, and then you have like a little bit of money to spend, and you can't find anything.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one card I really wanted. It was a blue O-Pee-Chee from 2012 Fleer Retro, and I was the underbidder.
That happens
That
to you a lot. You just got to
You got a mega bid, bud.
Yeah. Well,
gotta drop them a little bit there, Josh. Got to drop them.
Yeah. So I
Swing
just
them
need to-
around.
I need
Swing
to-
them around. Madigan's here. That's what you got to say. That card's mine.
Well, I don't know if this, like, you guys think about this too, but when the market's really booming, and there's just I just don't want to, like, certain cards I'm happy to overpay for, but there's a lot of cards right now that it's like I just don't think that's worth $200. Like I would, kind of thing. So
That's smart, though.
that's kind of where
Is
I'm
it?
at.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Troy, thank you so much. I love having you on the show. And
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I know I ramble sometimes and do some run-ons,
No.
but it's just because I like to engage in conversation with the three of you. So it's always fun. I always get excited when I get a chance to pop on here. So thank you.
And if you're available I think in the next month, we're planning a special 4-hour series on David Adams pricing. Would love to have you.
God. Don't do that.
We would never do that to you, buddy. No, you're a very good friend, and very much appreciate you taking the time. It is a commitment to come on this show. Phil, you have fun?
Yeah, I had a great time. It was good. I'm kind of hungry, though. So
Yeah, you got to turn those lights back on, if you remember. Okay. If you like the episode, please leave a rating, review on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. If you love the show, you want to support us, want to chat with us on the Hockey Cards Gongshow Discord server, please consider a $5 a month donation. Join our $999 support level tier on Patreon. Link is in the show description in both YouTube and podcast apps, and our Instagram, TikTok profile, on our website, Hockey Cards Gongshow, and on Patreon's website, it's patreon.com, and just search for us, Hockey Cards Gongshow. We're on social media. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And boys, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast is a production of Dogbox Ventures LLC. Baba Louie, take us out.
Bye.
Gongshow, we're dropping the facts. Hockey cards on fire, no holding us back. Josh looking sharp, the face of the scene. Feeling pork chop pants, rocking it clean. Baba Louie in the booth, he's the man with the plan. The best producer in all the land. Gongshow Nation, let's hit the flow. It's the Hockey Cards Gongshow. Let's go, let's go. Wanna say them in show.
suck it, Trebek.